Hello and welcome, dear ones. It's me, Maverick Mystic, and this is your reading the next 3 months focused on your career, making a prediction for you here. As you can see, we have 4 piles in front of you to choose from today. Before we go ahead and choose, just want to remind you this is our mission here at the Spiritual Society to help guide you, to unblock your energies so that you can live your most aligned life through tarot readings like this here today. And so before you choose, take a nice deep breath. Just arrive, settle in, and when you're ready, choose from the piles, whether it's 1, 2, 3, or 4. Just allow your intuition to guide you now. And when you're ready, we shall begin. Hello, card number 1. Welcome to this, your reading, the prediction for the next 3 months. We're going to be focusing, as I said, on your career. All right, so settle in, let's arrive, and let's begin. So this first part, we're going to be just setting the scene, really, just trying to get some themes, general themes going for the reading here for you. And I'd like you to use this as an opportunity to tune in to see whether or not you've chosen the card for you, the piles for you. If not, I'd love you to go ahead and choose from one of the other 3 piles. Okay, so let us begin. So let's start with the Queen of Swords. And the Queen of Swords really is all about mental clarity and that sort of decisiveness and decision making, the ability to also communicate effectively and to cut through the confusion, really. So over the next 3 months, I think your career will be defined by a need to sort of approach situations with a sharp analytical mind. Okay, so there may be moments where you have to cut through the emotional clutter, focus on what's practical. And the Queen of Swords can also represent a mentor, maybe a figure of authority who sort of helps you see things clearly, or it could also reflect your own need to embody these qualities for yourself. Okay, so you might be asked to maybe take on a leadership role in your team, where your ability to make sort of rational decisions, communicate it directly is kind of essential. For instance, you may also need to sort of mediate between co-workers who are involved in some kind of dispute, maybe requiring to be sort of firm but fair, focusing on the facts rather than the emotions, that kind of thing, really. And so this card does indicate that your success will rely on clarity, whether in negotiations, presentations, personal career choices, etc. So it's a call to really rely on logic rather than letting the emotions steer your career decisions at this time. All right. Next, we're going to be looking and interpreting the Six of Pentacles. And I'm looking at sort of primary focus or challenge. Okay, primary focus or challenge. That's how I'm interpreting it. And it speaks of balance, generosity, and sort of fairness of giving and receiving. And I think the next 3 months in your career will revolve around finding balance between what you give and what you receive in return. So this could mean negotiating for fair compensation, ensuring that your efforts are properly recognized, or balancing your own workload so that you're not giving too much without being compensated fairly. It could mean that. You might find yourself in a position where you need to negotiate your salary, ask for a raise, ensuring that your contributions are valued and compensated. Okay. Alternatively, you could be in a leadership role. Again, see the leadership theme coming through, where you have to sort of ensure that fair distribution of tasks and resources among the team. I think so. Really, fairness will be a central theme, and you may need to assess whether you're giving more than you're receiving in your career. So make sure your efforts are being acknowledged, and don't hesitate to ask for what you're worth. Okay, so reminder there. Next, the moon, and we have uncertainty here. So in terms of so interpreting this card to be key motivations driving career decisions. All right, so these are going to be the key movers of energy movers in your awareness or out of your awareness in the next 3 months. And it does represent uncertainty or intuition, also navigating the unknown. And so in the next 3 months, I think your career path may have moments of uncertainty. You may be sort of driven by a desire to uncover hidden truths or to explore the unknown territories. And there may be things, happening beneath the surface in your workplace, and you'll need to sort of trust your instincts to navigate these certain uncertain times. You may be presented with an opportunity also to, that feels unclear or maybe comes with hidden terms, maybe a job offer or project that may seem appealing, but there could be some underlying issues or risks that aren't immediately visible. So trust your gut when deciding whether to pursue it. All right. So do rely on your intuition during these moments of ambiguity, or when the full picture isn't clear, we could say. So it is crucial to dig deeper into the situation and avoid, taking things at face value over the next 3 months. Okay, just be prepared for that. And so, yeah, your career over the next 3 months is going to require that mental clarity, that sharp communication, balanced by a focus of fairness and ensuring that you are compensated fairly for your contributions. And at the same time, you're going to need to navigate uncertainty and trust your instincts when things aren't fully clear. All right. Now, next, we're going to be looking at the next pile we're going to be looking at is opportunities for growth. All right. So opportunities for growth. And let me just collapse these into the center. Now, just help me choose. Okay. All right. Just going to turn these cards over as I see them, oftentimes mixing them up so they don't always behave. Okay, take a nice deep breath, and we're just going to be looking at opportunities for growth. How do these show up for you? Okay, another Queen of Cups this time, a Hermit, and the Empress. So what new opportunities are going to arise? Let's interpret that with the Queen of Cups. And, we have here emotional empathy, emotional intelligence, nurturing energy, okay? So in terms of your career, I think the next 3 months will offer you the opportunities to grow through emotional connections and understanding. So you may find yourself in situations where your ability to connect with others on an emotional level will lead to a career advancement, as well as navigating what we said from the anchoring card is this sort of analytical aspect as well. I sense some balance coming into this now, and so you might find yourself in a situation where your ability to connect with others, as I said, is going to be tested, and you're going to have that high emotional awareness in those situations. So you could be offered a position that involves maybe, like I said, leading a team. The leadership aspect keeps coming up through the Queens, and so you'll need to use your emotional intelligence really to really manage different personalities, maintain harmony. And I think alternatively, you may find opportunities in industries maybe that focus on care or creativity. So if it's not within your current career and current job, it could be within different industries. So maybe counseling, maybe human resources, or maybe the creative arts, where your sort of nurturing energy is highly valued. So plenty of options there to sort of work with. Emotional intelligence will ultimately be your key asset during this time. So opportunities will come from your ability to connect with people and understand their needs and provide support in a way that creates a positive working environment, we could say. Next, the Hermit. So how can you take advantage of these opportunities? All right. So the Hermit to me represents introspection, wisdom, seeking answers from within. And in order to take full advantage of the opportunities presented, I think you will need to spend time reflecting on your personal goals, your career path, and have a vision clearly articulated of where it is you want to go. And so, I think the Hermit suggests that the best way to sort of seize these opportunities is through careful introspection, making thoughtful strategic decisions as well. And this is a time to really trust your inner wisdom again, that intuition piece coming through, and to focus on self-development rather than sort of rushing into anything. Okay, so if you're offered a leadership role or a new project, I think you may benefit from stepping back, evaluating the situation, considering how this opportunity aligns with your long-term goals, and you may take a few days to reflect before making any big career moves. Okay, ensuring that they align with your personal values, your vision for yourself, and where it is you want to go. Okay. I think it is basically the next 3 months a time for that deep self-reflection before taking action. So make sure the opportunity aligns. Okay. Um, yeah, that's the main message coming through for me at this time. Okay, the Empress. So, what areas of personal growth is most important to your career? Okay, that's how I'm interpreting this. Um, so, with this card, we have creativity, abundance, nurturing. And then in the next 3 months, I think your personal growth will evolve around cultivating your creative potential and embracing your sort of nurturing, abundant energy. And the Empress encourages you to focus on growing something meaningful in your career, whether it's a project, a team, or your own personal brand. I think you are in a fertile period where your ideas and efforts can grow into something substantial and rewarding. And so you might be inspired to launch a new creative project at work, or you could be involved in nurturing a new team or business venture. And this could also be a time when you're able to create balance between your personal and your professional life, fostering a sense of abundance in both areas. Okay, I think your personal growth will come from nurturing both your creative and your practical sides. It's definitely a time to take bold steps in cultivating your ideas, projects, or even mentoring others, ensuring that you're building something that brings long-term fulfillment. So yeah, new opportunities are going to arise through your emotional intelligence, your ability to connect with others at a deep level. However, take full advantage of these opportunities. You're going to have to you need to step back, reflect, and make thoughtful decisions, ensuring that they align with your long-term career goals and vision. And your personal growth during this time will revolve around nurturing your creativity, cultivating abundant, meaningful projects in your career. All right. Good stuff. Okay. The next pile we're going to explore is the challenges and obstacles. Okay, so I want to explore some challenges and obstacles. 1, 2, 3 again. Challenges and obstacles. Okay. All right, so we have the High Priestess, 7 of Swords, 2 of Wands. Okay, so challenges and obstacles. Let's start with the High Priestess, and what challenges will come up in your career in the next 3 months. So again, we've got intuition coming through here as a theme, hidden knowledge and the unknown again. So the moon being reflected here, and as we saw in the theme pile at the beginning. And so one of the main challenges over the next 3 months will be dealing with uncertainty or navigating situations where not everything is clear, as we said earlier. And I think that you may face challenges related to the sort of hidden agendas or information that's being withheld. So additionally, there may be moments where you feel unsure how to proceed, maybe need to rely on that inner wisdom as well. Okay, so in your workplace, there may be hidden dynamics, unspoken rules that maybe affect your career progression. So a co-worker could be maybe working behind the scenes to influence a project, or you'll need to trust your instincts at this time, okay, to really uncover the truth and navigate these undercurrents. So the challenge really calls for you to trust your intuition and seek that deeper insights into your situation around you. So don't be afraid to follow your gut, especially when things seem a little uncertain or clear. Let that be the cue for you to uh, start listening to your intuition a lot more. All right. Next, 7 of Swords. So how to navigate these challenges. I would say that to navigate the challenges you're going to have to you'll face, you'll need to be very strategic, very careful with your actions. I would say that the 7 of Swords suggests to me that there may be people in your workplace who are not being entirely honest, or you could be dealing with situations that require you to be cautious with who you communicate and act. Okay, so just be mindful, be careful, and I think the key to overcoming these obstacles is to use discretion. Avoid getting caught up in any deceptive behavior yourself. If a coworker is trying to, take credit for your work or sabotage your efforts, you'll need to carefully document your actions. be strategic about how you handle the situation. Rather than confronting the issue head on, I think the Seven of Swords encourages you be more subtle, evidence, gather the evidence and stay prepared to defend yourself if needed. Okay. In dealing with challenges, I think you must rely on strategy and careful planning. Okay, so avoid being too open with your plans until you're sure that you can who you can trust. Be a few moves ahead. Okay, document everything. Be prepared. Um, and stay true with your own work, and then that'll be recognized in the end. Okay. Now, Two of Wands. What resources will help you handle the challenges? Well, I think that to handle the challenges you'll face, I think you'll need to draw on your ability to plan ahead and see the bigger picture. Again, goes sort of hand in hand with that strategy. So the Two of Wands suggests that thinking strategically again and making these long-term plans is going to be crucial. Rather than reacting impulsively in the short term, this card encourages you to carefully evaluate your options and set a course for the future that really aligns to your goals. And there's that hermit aspect as well with the vision coming through there again. So if you're facing career uncertainty or conflict, I think you'll benefit from really setting a clear long-term goal. For instance, if a promotion opportunity seems uncertain due to some office politics, this card suggests to me focusing on long-term career vision and making plans that go beyond that short-term setback. It could be sidestepping and taking that career path rather than taking the promotion. It could be sidestepping to another industry, another brand, another company, or another department, and then going that way. So there's a lot that are going to dictate your immediate actions based on that long-term plan and strategy. You need to have a long-term plan and strategy. So you may face challenges, again, just as a summary, related to hidden agendas, uncertainty, etc., which will require you to be strategic, discreet, how you handle the situation. And the best way to navigate these obstacles is by thinking ahead, making that long-term plan that aligned to your career vision. Okay. Now, next we're going to be looking at communication and relationships. Communication and relationships. So I often hear the expression that business is people. So whenever we're involved in any business, there are people, and so really learning how to navigate people is half the battle. So let's look at relationships and communication. So we have the Page of Wands, Strength, and the Six of Cups. So in terms of how will communication play out in your career in the next 3 months, I'm looking at the Page of Wands, and to me, it's really all about communication is going to essentially play an essential role in sparking new ideas and opportunities. That's how I see this. Okay, so this card suggests that you'll be communicating with a sense of excitement and openness, which will be key in building new connections and promoting your ideas. So it's a great time to share your vision, bring creative energy into the conversations, as this will help you to sort of stand out in your career. Okay, but just be mindful of who you're sharing that vision with. Okay, remember the strategic element that we explored earlier. So you might be invited to pitch a new project or an idea, and your enthusiasm will be contagious, so inspiring others to support you. Okay, so alternatively, this could be a time where you're encouraged to network, um, communicate with new contacts, or collaborate in creative ventures or expand your own career options. And again, remember that sidestep thing that I said? This could be about really sharing that vision for the long term with people outside of your current organization that may not be the best strategic move to do. So sharing it with others may be the way to do it. So just be mindful of all of that. Your communication skills to express your passion and your curiosity is going to be key. And the Page of Wands does encourage you to be open to new ideas and approaches, using that enthusiasm to build connections and open new doors for yourself. Okay. Now, strength in the context of what relationships will help or hinder your progress. Well, in terms of relationship, I think the next 3 months will require you to approach both challenges and opportunities with patience and emotional strength. Okay, so the Queen of Cups coming through here. Relationships are built on mutual respects, compassion. The ability to overcome differences are going to be key in your progress. So this also suggests that you may need to act as a calming, stabilizing force in your professional relationships, helping to maintain harmony and even during, especially during stressful times. You may be faced with difficult relationships at work, perhaps maybe a coworker is going through personal challenges that affect their performance. So strength is advising you that by showing empathy and compassion, you'll be able to maintain a strong working relationship and help diffuse any tensions. um, Relationships that will help you most are those where you can show empathy, basically, and compassion and patience. Avoid relationships where emotions are unbalanced or where there is a constant conflict, as these could really drain your energy. Okay, so be mindful of those types of relationships. Okay, now, Six of Cups. What approach to relationships should you take? Is how I'm interpreting this. Okay, so it represents kindness. It represents nostalgia, building trust through shared experiences, and this card suggests that the approach you should take with relationships is one of generosity and openness, reflecting on the positive connections that you've made in the past. Maybe it's a time to nurture relationships by offering support, kindness, and understanding. And there may be also opportunities to reconnect with maybe former colleagues or mentors, using past experiences to strengthen your current connections potentially. And so you may reconnect with a former coworker or supervisor who could offer you that valuable advice or even a job opportunity. Alternatively, you might find that building on the trust that you've developed with colleagues over time will create a supportive environment for collaboration. So really approach relationships with a sense of generosity and goodwill, reaching out to past connections, I think, and focusing on trust and shared experiences is going to definitely help foster a positive collaborative atmosphere in your career. So, as a recap, then, I would say your communication style will play a crucial role in sparking new ideas and opportunities. Enthusiasm is going to help you to connect with others. Relationships are built on empathy and emotional strength that's going to help you succeed, while compassion and patience will be your greatest tools in diffusing those conflicts and tensions. And finally, fostering kindness, building trust, especially with past colleagues and mentors. I think there is a call for a mentor here that's going to really support you in the next chapter. I feel it's coming through quite strongly there for me. All right, so next we're going to be looking at financial outlook. Okay, so what does all of this? How does all of this affect your financial outlook? Okay. All right. Okay, so the king and another queen coming through here. So, what is the financial outlook on your career? The King of Wands. It represents leadership, ambition, and vision. Once again, another theme, big key theme to this reading. And over the next 3 months, your financial outlook looks promising, especially if you take the leadership role or pursue your career ambitions and with a sense of confidence. Okay, it does suggest that the bold actions and strong leadership could really lead to that financial rewards. Okay, so this may also be a time where you use your entrepreneurial spirit to explore new financial opportunities, potentially taking calculated risks that could pay off. The Page of Wands coming through here with the wand, those new opportunities, enthusiasm, this time with confidence as well coming in there. And so, yeah, whether you offered the chance to lead a project or a department where your career directions will directly impact your financial gain, obviously. Alternatively, I think you've been thinking potentially about launching a side business or taking a leadership role, and I think now is the time to step into that role with confidence, as it could lead to increased income. Okay, so financial success will come from stepping up leading with a clear vision. Don't be afraid to take charge, especially if it involves taking calculated risk to achieve your financial goals. Okay. Um, in terms of what financial changes or shifts can you expect, well, the Queen of Pentacles here, offering that financial stability, nurturing resources, practical management of finances. And I think this card indicates that over the next 3 months, your financial situation will likely stabilize and grow as a result of your careful management and nurturing of your resources. So there may be opportunities to invest in long-term financial growth, and you'll be, I think, focusing on building financial security, not just for the short term, but again for that long-term vision that we spoke about. So you could be in a position where you're making smart financial decisions, maybe setting up a savings plan or making investments that secure your financial future, something like that. So the Queen of Pentacles also suggests that you'll manage your finances with a nurturing approach, ensuring that you're protecting what you have while also seeking ways to grow your income. So the focus here, I think, is on nurturing your financial resources wisely. It's an important balance to balance ambition with practicality, and that sort of grounded financial decisions to sort of ensure long-term security. Okay, next, the Four of Pentacles. And again, so look, the fact that you've got two pentacles in this particular section of the reading with the finances is really positive. And I think it does represent here savings as well. So nurturing with that mature approach to finances, savings, holding on to resources, financial caution. And so while the other cards do suggest growth and ambition, I think the Four of Pentacles advises you to be mindful of not becoming too overly protective of your resources to the point of stagnation. Okay, so there's a fine balance again to be struck here. While it's important to save and be cautious, don't let the fear of losing money stop you from taking the necessary risk for growth. It's kind of like, we don't want to drop into a scarcity mindset, but rather be mindful of the money, taking care of it, nurture it, look after it, put it in the right places, and then have that growth, expansive mindset as well, abundant mindset as well. And so manage your finances carefully, but don't be too conservative that you miss out on growth opportunities. The Four of Pentacles advises you caution, but with a reminder that balance between savings and investing is crucial. Okay, so as a summary there, I think your financial outlook is very positive. I think especially if you take on a leadership role, or further the leadership role, and pursue ambitious projects that could really lead to financial gains. Okay, and I think you'll likely see financial stability and growth, and thanks to that careful management, nurturing your resources. Okay, so you do need to be cautious, but about holding on too tightly to your finances out of fear. Okay, make sure it's in the abundance resonance. Okay, not scarcity. All right, now let us move on to creative expression, innovation. So we're going to be tapping into your creativity. What is going to support your creativity? We've seen that creativity theme come through the Empress. It's a creative card. And so what is going to be the things that support your creativity, and that's creative spark? So we have Justice, the Three of Swords, and the Five of Pentacles. So let's start with Justice. Okay, so how can creativity help you in your career, right? That's the specific sort of interpretation I'm using here. And well, Justice, it does represent fairness and balance, and the law of cause and effect. So in terms of creativity, I think it suggests that your creative efforts will need to be balanced with fairness and a sense of responsibility. We saw that earlier with the Six of Pentacles as well. And so over the next 3 months, your creativity will help you to make fair decisions, create equitable sort of outcomes in your career. You may need to use creative problem solving to address imbalances, ensuring that fairness and justice are core to your decisions. And so if you're in a leadership role, you may be tasked with making decisions about how to allocate resources or distribute those tasks. As I mentioned earlier, it's like a through line here. So we've got some really good repeating patterns here to take away today. So use creative thinking and you can find a way to ensure that all the team members are treated fairly while also maximizing efficiency, productivity. Alternatively, you may have to advocate for yourself or others using creativity to sort of craft balanced arguments potentially that lead to those fair outcomes. I think creativity will play a key role in ensuring fairness and balance in your career, and so you'll need to think outside the box. Basically, be creative in that way to make decisions that are just and equitable for everyone involved. Okay, so then definitely maybe yeah, thinking on your feet outside the box is going to be the way to offer that creative fair support. Um, Next, what innovative ideas should you explore? That's how I'm going to interpret this card. And so, this does represent heartache, disappointment, emotional challenges. So, when it comes to innovation, I think this card suggests that you should explore ideas that help you address and heal from past disappointments. Often, challenges can inspire new ways of thinking that lead to breakthroughs. Okay, so this card invites you to really transform past hardships into opportunities for growth and creative innovation. So that could be something like reflecting back on certain projects that have gone on in the past in your career that didn't go so well or failed completely, and looking back at them is going to be a very creative way to see what can be done today now to advance your career and get the successes that you need. Okay, so um, whether it's experiencing a setback in a project or a difficult career situation, I think you might come up with an innovative solution to prevent similar issues from happening again. It may not have anything to do with your failings, but maybe the failings of the organization. That could be a way to approach it as well. Okay, so looking at those and coming up with sort of creative solutions might open up the doors for good problem solving or added value in the future for the company and yourself. So yeah, I think your creativity can turn painful experiences into valuable lessons. Essentially, is what I'm saying here. So use innovation to really transform past disappointments into positive outcomes. Seek creative solutions that help you move forward. Okay. Next, what role does creative thinking play in achieving your goals? Okay. All right. So this speaks to financial struggles, right? Feelings of lack, insecurity, that scarcity mindset that we spoke about. And so creative thinking will be crucial in helping you to find new ways to overcome these challenges. So whether you're facing financial difficulties yourself or maybe career uncertainty, I think creative solutions can help you break out of these limitations. So the key is to think outside the box again. Okay, so there's a massive theme coming through here. Think outside the box, and come up with innovative approaches to solving problems, especially when resources seem scarce. Sometimes when we're under these sort of strains and pressures, maybe your department has had a budget cut or something like that, and it forces us to be creative, to have to think outside the box. All right, so use that at this time. I think if you're feeling unsupported at work, again, creative collaborations with colleagues or mentors, maybe there's some connections that have not been made within your organization, or maybe there's connections to be made within clients and mutually supportive endeavors that no one's thought about. Okay, kind of win-win-win situations. That's what you need to sort of focus on. So it's going to be essential for dealing with financial career challenges at this time, and really approaching these difficulties with a problem solving mindset outside the box. I think you're going to be able to really propel your career forward. All right, so your creativity will definitely help you to create that balanced, fair decisions in your career, but also by thinking outside the box, especially when it's challenging, you're going to be able to achieve the results that you want. Okay, let's look a little bit ahead now. So it's the long term impact of the next 3 months. So how is the next 3 months going to impact you long term? All right, that's how I'm interpreting the next 3 cards. So what do we have? Okay, Hangman, another Queen, Queen of Wands, and Ten of Wands. So how the next 3 months are going to impact your long term goals? Well, with the Hangman, I think that we're talking about pause, reflection, seeing things from new perspectives. So I think the long term impact of the next 3 months in your career will involve a significant shift in how you view your goals. So there may be a delay or a need to step back from your usual approach. So, but this will, I think, ultimately lead to deeper insights about what you truly want in the long term, in the long run. And so you may find that the career path that you thought you wanted changes, or that the need to reassess your priorities to align better with your future vision. Okay, the vision part is going to be absolutely key in all of this. Okay, you need to know in the next month where you're going. Okay, what are you heading for, towards? If you've been working tirelessly towards a promotion or a particular career goal, you might realize that slowing down and reevaluating your strategy is going to be necessary. So for instance, you may decide that a different role or a career direction is more aligned with your long-term happiness, leading to those shift in your focus after this period of reflection. And so I think this period may require you to sort of step back again. Another key theme coming through, repeating itself here, is that hermit, that stepping back, reassessing, pausing, and to realign yourself with the real goals that are going to lead you to that ultimate vision that you have for yourself. So next, the Queen of Wands, and I'm looking at this in terms of what long-term decisions will be important. Okay, so what are the long-term decisions that are going to be important? We have here, confidence, leadership, charisma, as the King of Wands, confidence as well. And I think the long-term decisions you make during this time will be centered around really stepping into your power and embracing your leadership qualities. Okay, so the Queen of Wands encourages you to make decisions that reflect your passion, your creativity, your determination, your can-do attitude, your problem-solving attitude. And I think this could mean really deciding to take on a leadership role if you're not in one already, starting your own business potentially, or pursuing a path that allows you to express your confidence and your creativity fully. Okay, and so you may decide to pursue a more prominent position in your organization, or even venture into entrepreneurship. Okay, that's what I'm seeing here. This is a time for bold decisions that reflect your confidence in your abilities and the choice to really follow a path that lets you take charge of your own future. So the long-term decisions you make should be bold, confident, reflect your inner strength and desires to lead. Trust in your abilities to take on greater responsibilities and express your passion through your career choices, really. And lastly, the Ten of Wands. And so, how to stay aligned with your long term vision. Okay, so once you've articulated and figured this out, whatever that long term vision is, this represents burden, responsibility, hard work. And so, while the next 3 months will offer you opportunities for growth, they may also come with challenges, of taking on maybe too much at once. And so, in the long term, it will be essential to ensure that you're not overburdening yourself or trying to do everything on your own. Staying aligned with your long term vision will require you to delegate, prioritize, find a balance so you don't burn out, essentially. Okay, so it's like a forewarning, really. Don't do this. Don't take on too much. Learn to delegate, especially as you step into those leadership roles. And so if you take on too many responsibilities or try to handle everything on your own, you could end up feeling overwhelmed. Okay, so you might be, managing multiple projects at work while also pursuing personal goals, but without support, it could become too much to handle. Okay, so to avoid burnout, you'll need to focus on delegation, creating balance in the workload. So staying aligned with your long-term goals requires balance. While hard work is going to be necessary, you must avoid carrying too much on your shoulders. Okay, delegate, prioritize, ensure that you're not overwhelming your system to the point of burnout. Okay, all right. Next, we're going to be looking for some advice. So advice centered on your success. Okay, so what advice centered on your success can we gain from these cards here today? So this is basically some golden advice from the tarot to ensure success. The Devil, Ace of Wands, and the King of Cups. So for me, the advice for your success here is to be really, really mindful eyes wide open to temptations, attachments, material desires. In terms of success, I think the devil warns you to be mindful. Well, the devil won't never warn you about this because the devil would want you to be trapped. All right. So this card interpreted to me is all about um, be mindful of your actions that may feel alluring, okay, but ultimately keep you trapped or bound to unhelpful patterns, maybe bound to an unhelpful career or job position that may give you the rewards in the immediate, but actually don't align to your long term vision, but feel comfortable and easy. And, that's the temptation, right? Like if you set yourself an ambitious vision or a target to go for, and you create a whole strategy around that, and then all of a sudden, immediately you get offered a tempting position at work that doesn't align with that, but it's tempting because of the money. This is what it's telling you about. In order for you to succeed, you've got to be aware of these temptations, okay? And so this could, you know, be a forewarning to that. Ultimately, this could include overworking, pursuing material gains at the cost of your well-being as well, or failing, or failing in, falling into toxic workplace dynamics. And so, to achieve success, you'll need to break free from any unhealthy habits or behaviors that are limiting your potential. Okay, so here you might be tempted to take shortcuts, to engage in office politics to get ahead, but the devil here is warning us that this could come at a cost. It will come at a cost. If you're overworking to the point of burnout as well in pursuit of your success, this card advises you to reassess whether these efforts are truly helping you, or merely trapping you in a cycle of exhaustion. Okay, so success will come from breaking free of limiting patterns, whether that's overworking, unhealthy competition, and remember what we had here as well, right, with the overburdening as a warning coming through again here. And be open to fresh ideas for sure, but I would say just be mindful of that unhealthy competition, focusing solely on material gains. Be aware, what tempts you but doesn't serve your long-term well-being and vision. Okay, to be aware of those temptations. Lead us not into temptations. Okay. All right. Now, Ace of Wands. This is what mindset is the most beneficial for your career growth. Okay. So that's what I'm interpreting this as. What mindset? And so this represents inspiration, new beginnings, taking bold action. Again, big thing for you, bold action. And so the mindset that will benefit you most over the next 3 months is one of enthusiasm, passion, and the willingness to embrace new opportunities. We've had the King of Wands, we've had the Queen of Wands coming through here, we've had the Ace, the Page of Wands coming through, and now the Ace of Wands. So it's all about that passion. Don't become overburdened, but it is all about that passion. So this card encourages you to be open to fresh ideas, to be ready to pursue exciting projects with vigor. It's all about tapping into your creative energy as well and using it to spark new initiatives that lead to that career growth. Okay, so if you're presented with an opportunity, okay, um, to start, a new project or take on a more creative role, the Ace of Wands here is advising you to seize the moment. Okay, for instance, you might have a new idea or a product or service that could open doors for you, and now is the time to pursue it with confidence. Okay, so the mindset of innovation, enthusiasm will propel you forward. Be open to new possibilities. Don't be afraid to take action on your ideas, bold action. Your passion and your creativity will lead you to success. Okay. Next, King of Cups, and this represents emotional balance and compassion. I'm interpreting this as what you should focus on for success. Okay. What else you should focus on? So you should focus on maintaining emotional intelligence, being steady, compassionate leader. Whether you're navigating the workplace challenges or managing a team, the King of Cups here is advising you to keep your emotions in check, um, and responding, not reacting, responding to situations with empathy is going to be crucial to your success. Crucial. So the card does encourage you to remain calm, composed, even in those high stress situations, allowing you to build those strong, trusting relationships. I think that's going to really benefit your career when people witness you in that calm demeanor. Um, I think if you're in a leadership role, managing a team, the King of Cups, it does suggest that leading with that emotional intelligence, being attuned to your team's needs, remaining calm under pressure, is going to help you to achieve your goals. Okay, so whether that's in if conflict arises at work, your ability to listen, empathize, stay calm, and that's going to set you apart from others, really, and help us to stand out and succeed. Okay, so this is what we're looking at here for your success. All right, so to achieve success, you'll need to be mindful, breaking free from unhealthy patterns and temptations. Those temptations, just be mindful of those temptations. Okay, don't take those shortcuts. And I think having a mindset of enthusiasm with the ace, take those bold actions. Okay, but also maintain that centered, calm demeanor for your colleagues, for those around you, for those new opportunities, for those new business partners potentially. Whichever one resonates the most, whichever situation is one that you resonate the most with, take that and leave for others what doesn't resonate. Okay, so we're going to now wrap this all up with the Divine Feminine Oracle. We're going to treat this as an advice from the other side, as it were, and to see what we can glean. So I'm not surprised to see Joan of Arc, if I'm honest. We've had so many leadership cards come through here, and Joan of Arc is the epitome of that feminine leadership. And so Joan of Arc really embodies courage, conviction, and a deep sense of purpose, and a self-belief that is her main sort of signature, really. And her message is really one of unwavering faith in yourself and your mission. Again, that vision being articulated here. I forget how many times it's come through now in this reading, but vision. Articulating that for yourself is going to be super, super important. And in the next 3 months, you are going to be called to stand firm in your beliefs and to trust in your ability to overcome any obstacles that arise in your career. So Joan of Arc's energy here, really encouraging you to be fearless, to be determined, to listen to your inner calling, and no matter how difficult the journey may seem, the challenges will come. But the advice here is to stay true to your vision, even when others question it. This is a time for you to lead with conviction. Stand up for what you believe is right in your career for yourself. And whether you're facing those challenges, opposition, uncertainty, this card reminds you that you have the strength to see your mission through to the end. Trust in your inner guidance and don't let the fear sway you from your path. And so if you're working on a project that maybe feels a little challenging or others question your decisions, maybe. Okay, so Joan of Arc's advice here, I think, is to stay true to your vision. Vision. Once again, even when others question it. So she's also all about that self-confidence, self-belief, courage of her conviction, basically, deep sense of purpose. I think her message is just an unwavering faith in yourself and your mission, even in the face of doubt or adversity. And the next 3 months, you are going to be called to stand firm in your beliefs and to trust in your ability to overcome any obstacles that arise in your career. And basically, her energy here is really encouraging you to be fearless, to be determined, to listen to your inner calling, no matter how difficult the journey. Okay, this is a time for you to lead with conviction, standing up for what you believe is right in your career. Whether you're facing those challenges, those oppositions, that uncertainty, this card does remind you that you have the strength to see your mission through to the end. So trust in the inner guidance. Don't let fear sway you from your path. Okay, and if you're working, for example, in a project that feels challenging, or if others question your decisions, Joan of Arc is basically advising you to remain steadfast. You might find that your leadership ideas are met with resistance, especially if we start talking about outside the box, as we have been. But really, she encourages you to push forward with courage, with certainty, knowing that your inner wisdom will guide you. Okay, so this is a call to really embrace your inner warrior, to lead with confidence and purpose, even when the path is difficult. Trust in your strength and determination to achieve your goals. And so, with that, Joan of Arc concluding your reading here today. If you found this useful and you resonate with the messages coming through, then please go ahead and drop a sword into the comments. Just let me know that you're claiming this reading. Thank you for trusting me, Maverick Mystic, with this reading here today, and I really look forward to doing it again soon. Take care. Hello and welcoming card number 2 to this your reading. So let us first set with this this card that's going to set the intention or the energy, the theme, we could say, for this reading for you today. All right, so let us first see what we have to see here. Interesting. Okay, so I have the Six of Wands, the Lovers, and the Four of Swords. And so let me start with the general energy surrounding your career at the moment, and we'll do that with the Six of Wands. All right, and it's a very positive energy is what I pick up, and it's, you know, this represents recognition, victory, success. And so over the next 3 months, I think you're going to experience moments of triumph, acknowledgement for your hard work. So your efforts will be noticed, and you may find yourself in the spotlight, receiving praise or even a promotion as well, I see here. And, you know, this is a period where you'll feel confident in your abilities, and others will definitely recognize your value that you bring to your work. Okay, so, you know, you might be, as I said, rewarded with either completing a major project or reaching a certain milestone in your career, and this could manifest in that public recognition, such as an award, such as a promotion, or simply being praised for your by your superiors and your peers for your achievements. Okay, so success is definitely on the horizon, and the recognition that you receive will boost your confidence for sure, and make sure you maintain during that period a sense of humility, I would say, to accompany that. And I think, you know, continue striving for excellence as you have been, as you enjoy the rewards of your hard work. Okay, next, the Lovers, and this is really the primary focus, or maybe the challenge potentially in the next 3 months. Okay, that's how I'm interpreting this. And so we have here choices, we have here alignment, we have partnership, and in the next 3 months, I think the primary focus in your career will revolve around making important decisions that align with your core values. So you may be faced with choices between different career paths and roles or projects, and I think the key will be choosing the path that feels right for you on a deeper level. So partnerships and collaborations could also play, you know, a significant role here, requiring you to align with others who share your vision. So you might be offered maybe 2 job opportunities that both seem appealing, but one may be more aligned with your long-term goals and personal values. Alternatively, it could be a time where a collaborative project requires you to work closely with someone whose values match your own, leading to that greater success that we spoke about earlier. And so when making decisions, really focus on what feels right at the core level, rather than just, you know, what looks good on paper. So align your choices with your values, and I think the path forward will be much clearer. Okay, next, the Four of Swords, and this is key motivations driving the career decisions. All right, so key motivations driving career decisions. So this card represents rest, reflection, recovery, and so over the next few months, I think your key motivations will be to avoid burnout by really taking that time to rest and time for reflection as well. Okay, so after the successes and the recognition of the Six of Wands, I think you'll need to ensure that you're definitely taking care of your mental and your physical well-being. Okay, so it's important to balance your drive for success with periods of rest, to maintain that long-term productivity and creativity. All right, so after, you know, completing any that major project or maybe receiving that recognition, you may feel the need to take a step back, recharge, and this could involve either taking some time off or simply setting boundaries around, you know, your workload to prevent that exhaustion. So really taking time to rest, reflect, will allow you to recharge and maintain healthy balance, avoid pushing yourself too hard, and recognize the importance of recovery in maintaining that long-term success. Okay, so there we have a very powerful setting for the rest of the reading, and we're next going to focus on the opportunities for growth. So we're going to get a little bit more specific in how those opportunities may show themselves, and how to proceed in the next 3 months. So we've got success as an anchoring theme, which is wonderful. And now let's sort of paint the color of that picture a little more now. Okay, so we have the Ace of Cups, King of Swords, and Two of Cups. So let's look at what new opportunities will arise with the Ace of Cups. This is new emotional beginnings, creativity, the flow of positive energy. And so in the next 3 months, I think you're going to encounter new opportunities that are emotionally fulfilling for you. And these opportunities may come from projects or roles that really align with your passions, bringing that sense of joy, creativity into your career. This also is a time for where building those meaningful connections with colleagues or collaborators could really lead to new opportunities as well. Okay, so you might be offered a role in a creative project that really excites you, or invited to collaborate with a colleague on something that you're passionate about. So alternatively, a new opportunity is, I think, going to arise that allows you to express your creativity more fully in your current role. And so be open to those opportunities that bring emotional fulfillment and align with your passions. And I think these will lead to greater job satisfaction, potentially unlock new career paths as well for you. And so next, the King of Swords. I'm looking at how you can take advantage of these opportunities that we've just explored here. Well, it's all about intellect, clarity, decisiveness. I think to fully take advantage of the opportunities presented, I think you will need to approach them with a clear thinking, strong communication skills, logical decision-making kind of approach. And this card does encourage you to act with a sense of authority and confidence, ensuring that your ideas and actions are well thought out and based on sound judgment. Being strategic will be, I think, key as well to seizing these opportunities effectively. So if you're presented with a new project or a role, use your analytical skills to really assess the situation carefully. Okay, you might need to communicate your ideas clearly to upper management or clients, sort of showing them that your approach is well reasoned and thought out. So what are some of the key data points in your decision making? Stay clear-headed, objective, use your intellect, communication skills, to really demonstrate why you're the right person for these new opportunities. All right. Now, next we're going to be looking at what areas of personal growth is most important in your career. And look, this represents balance. Okay, so we kind of had that theme resonating here, not burning out, creating a sense of balance, rest and recovery after a period of hard work. And it's coming up again here. It's adaptability as well. It's managing multiple responsibilities. So, and so the final card, the Two of Cups. I'm looking at this in terms of what areas of personal growth is most important to your career. Okay, and so I see here partnership, collaboration, mutual respect as core foundational elements here. So over the next 3 months, your personal growth in your career will come from building these strong, harmonious relationships. We saw that echoed here through the Lovers, and this is really the minor arcana to the major arcana. So there's a definite through line there as a confirmation, really, of the themes that we saw at the beginning. So whether that's through partnerships with colleagues or clients, fostering the mutual trust and the respect will be key to your success. Okay, so this card does suggest that focusing on those healthy, supportive relationships will help you to grow both personally and professionally. And so you might find yourself maybe working closely with a colleague on a project where teamwork is going to be essential. So by building a strong collaborative relationship, you'll ensure success of the project and create a sort of atmosphere of mutual respect and that benefits both of you. And so, collaboration and partnerships are going to be vital for your growth. So focus on building those meaningful, balanced relationships in your career to achieve success. All right. And so it's interesting to see those major themes: success, collaboration, that we saw in the anchor card there, being echoed here in these cards here. How we're going to, these new opportunities. How you're going to make the most of these new opportunities that present themselves to you. Okay. Next, we're going to be looking at the challenges and obstacles. Okay. So, oftentimes those paths that are worth pursuing come with those challenges and those difficulties, and that's what makes the whole journey kind of more colourful, shall we say? All right. So let's explore what some of those obstacles, some of those challenges might be now. Okay, so interesting. largely positive cards. So I'm going to attempt to sort of interpret them in terms of what to be careful for and what to look out for. Okay, so what challenges are going to come up in your career in the next 3 months? The Seven of Pentacles here is representing patience, long-term planning, waiting for results. And so, one of the challenges that you may face in the next 3 months is really feeling impatient. So the opposite of this card, right? Maybe a little bit of frustration with the progress of your work. And I think you're likely put in a lot of effort, and you may find yourself sort of questioning whether the rewards will be worth the wait. Okay, so there's this little energy of not anxiety, but definitely anticipation, impatience potentially going on here as a challenge. So you're likely, it does suggest that the challenge will be maintaining that patience and trust in the process. Okay, so as a result for your hard work, may not come as quickly as you'd like. Okay, so you may be working on a long-term project or waiting for a promotion, but it feels like the progress is slow. So you might wonder if all your efforts are going to pay off, leading to these feelings of impatience or maybe even doubt. Okay, so this is a time to focus on long-term growth. Trust that your efforts will bear the fruits in due time, and patience and perseverance is going to help you to overcome this particular challenge. Okay, next we're looking at the Fool, and this is how to navigate these obstacles. All right, so I think it represents new beginnings, taking risks, embracing the unknown. And to navigate the challenges that arise, I think you'll need to adopt a mindset of openness and willing to make calculated risks. And the Fool does encourage you to really approach obstacles with curiosity, sense of adventure, rather than fear or hesitation. I think it may be necessary to really take the leap of faith in your career, trusting that the risk will lead to growth and new opportunities. Okay, so if you're feeling stuck or unsure about your progress, consider taking a bold step, maybe starting a new project, maybe seeking out a mentor, exploring entirely different career direction even. So this card does advise you to be open to new paths, even if they feel a little uncertain. Okay, so don't be afraid to take risks and explore new directions. Trust in the process, embrace the unknown as part of the career sort of growth that you're going to find yourself in the next 3 months. All right. Two of Pentacles. This is what resources will help you to sort of handle what's coming in the next 3 months, representing balance, adaptability, managing multiple responsibilities. To handle the challenges in your career, I think your greatest resource will be your ability to juggle various tasks, maintain a sense of balance. And this card to me suggests that you'll need to stay organized, stay flexible, especially when it comes to managing your time and your priorities. Okay, finding that equilibrium between work, personal life, new opportunities is going to also be essential to overcoming the obstacles. If you're managing multiple projects at work, or maybe balancing a career, personal life, it will be important to stay adaptable, stay organized, and you may need to develop some strategies of time management, maybe setting those clear boundaries or delegating the tasks, or at least having a very clear idea of what the vision is, the main priorities of the mission, and what are the priorities of actions that need to take place for you to accomplish that vision. So yeah, your ability to manage those responsibilities, stay adaptable, be your greatest asset in navigating the challenges. Keep a balanced approach to avoid that burnout, avoid that overwhelm. All right. Next, we're going to be looking at the communication and relationships. Okay, communication and relationships. They say that business is people, and being able to communicate clearly with each other is essential, so as to avoid unnecessary friction, tension, confusion. And so let us dive into this topic now. We have the King of Wands, we have the Devil, and we have the Nine of Pentacles. Okay. So I'm looking at the King of Wands first here, and this is, how will communication play a role in your career? So we're going to be very specific about this with this card. And so we have here is leadership, charisma, and vision as well. There's an implication here of a vision again coming through. So over the next 3 months, Communication is going to really play that key role in asserting your leadership qualities, sharing your vision with others, and it does suggest that you will need to communicate with a sense of confidence or an authority to really inspire those around you. So whether you are leading a team or promoting your ideas, your ability to communicate clearly, passionately will help you to stand out in your career, okay? And so you may find yourself in a leadership position where you are responsible for really guiding your team and presenting ideas to higher management, and your ability to articulate your vision and inspire others is going to really be able to follow your lead, right? And it's going to be crucial for your success, is what I see here. So lead with that confidence in your communication. Your ability to inspire and motivate others will be key in building those strong relationships and driving the projects forward. Next, the devil. And in this regard is what relationships will help you or hinder your progress. So what types of relationships are going to help or hinder? And so we have here temptation, we have control, unhealthy attachments as well. And so in terms of the relationships, this card warns that there may be certain dynamics in your professional life that could hinder your progress. So you may be dealing with individuals who are maybe overly controlling, potentially manipulative or toxic in some way, maybe creating unhealthy workplace dynamics. So it's important to recognize these relationships, avoid becoming too attached to situations or people who drain your energy and limit your potential. So be mindful of that. You might be working with someone who constantly seeks to control projects or create a negative atmosphere in the workplace. And this person's influence could really stifle that creativity and progress if you don't set those clear boundaries or distance yourself from this sort of toxic energy, really. So be aware of the relationships that may be controlling or toxic. Recognize when relationships are sort of limiting your growth, and don't be afraid to set boundaries or distance yourself from these unhealthy dynamics. Just a sort of way of gauging that. If the connection, the relationship feels expansive, then that's good. If it feels constricting, then we know what we're talking about here, okay? All right, next we're going to look at the Nine of Pentacles and what approach to relationships should you take, right? What approach should you take with relationships? This is about self-sufficiency. It's about independence, enjoying the fruits of your labor. And so when it comes to relationships, I think this card encourages you to maintain your independence, focus on building relationships that support your self-sufficiency. While also, collaboration is important, of course. It is essential that you maintain your autonomy and ensure that your relationship can really help you to grow rather than making you dependent on others. And that's that sort of codependent warning here as well coming through, okay? It's, move from a place and engage with others from a place of this sovereignty, independence, okay? You're not at the mercy of others. You're not spreading your energies out, entangled in others, and if they don't come through for you, that's going to affect you negatively. Try not to stretch yourself out like that, because that will lead to burnout, okay? So you may find yourself while working on a team that you are, you're best served at maintaining that level of independence, self-sufficiency, while working with others. It is important to remember that your own strengths, your own contributions, and remind yourself of that, and ensure that your relationships, again, enhance rather than diminish, okay? So is it expansive or contracting? Be mindful of that. So yeah, maintain your independence, focus on building those relationships that support your growth and self-sufficiency, and surround yourself with people who really encourage your success. But don't rely too heavily on others for validation or progress. Just maintain that level of autonomy, okay? But the collaboration piece is a constant, I would say, in the reading as a main theme, as coming through once again. All right, so all right, next we're going to be looking at the financial outlook. How does it look financially for you in the next 3 months? Okay. And for that we have Queen of Pentacles, nice. Ace of Wands, awesome. And the Ten of Wands, interesting. Is that burdensome card, right? It's like learning to juggle responsibilities, etc. All right, let's dive into this. Okay, so I'm looking at this now with the Queen of Wands, and what is the financial outlook in your career? Okay, that's how I'm interpreting this one here. And so, I see financial stability, I see practicality, nurturing abundance, and it's really a carryover from the Nine of Pentacles here. That sense of abundance, accomplishment. Okay, so this is nurturing that further beyond the immediate state for long-term thinking, but it's abundant. It's so the next 3 months does suggest a stable and secure financial outlook, especially if you take these practical sort of approaches to managing your finances. Okay, it does indicate that you'll be able to handle your financial responsibilities effectively, and there may be even opportunities to really grow your resources through careful planning and nurturing. And so you may find yourself in a position to save money, invest wisely, or even receive a bonus or raise as a result of your consistent and practical efforts and your successes. And so if you're running a business or managing projects, you'll have the financial acumen to really ensure that steady growth. Okay, and so focus on the financial security, take a grounded, practical approach to your money, and I think stability will come from careful planning and managing your resources wisely. All right, next, let's look at what financial challenges or shifts can you expect. With the Ace of Wands, it represents, again, new beginnings, but also, inspiration, bold action. So financially, I think this card suggests that there will be new opportunities to increase your income or invest in new projects that can really bring long-term financial rewards. So this could be a time where you feel inspired to take a creative entrepreneurial approach to your finances. So possibly exploring new ventures or projects that really energize you. And just while we're here, just drop a crown. Just drop a crown into the comments just to let me know that this is resonating for you, and drop in some comments there just to let me know how this is landing. All right. Okay. So back to it. The practical example here that I can give, I think, would be something along the lines that you might come across a new business idea or a freelance opportunity or a creative project that offers the potential for that financial growth that we're talking about. You could decide to launch a side business or take a freelance project that really aligns with your passions and provides that additional income. Okay, so what I see there. And so really embrace new financial opportunities with enthusiasm, bold action. This is a great time to take calculated risks, I think, that really align with your creative and your sort of financial goals. All right. Next, Ten of Wands. This is, how can you best manage finances during this time? Well, I think this does represent burden, but it also represents responsibility, right? It's almost like I call this the adulting card. This is if I was to speak to a man, if, for instance, this is where the boy becomes a man. He takes full responsibility for his finances, his health, the people around him. That's adulting, right? Becoming an adult. And so this is what this card reminds me of. But it is also feelings of overwork as well. Okay, so that has to be monitored, and that rest card that we saw earlier, so as to not burn out. But when it comes to managing your finances, I think it warns you to avoid taking on too much at once. All right, so it's good to have the opportunities, but don't take on 10 of them. And so so there is, don't be overburdened. Don't overburden yourself with too many responsibilities or financial commitments. All right, don't spread yourself too thin. There is a risk of burnout, like I said, if you don't manage your workload and your finances carefully. And so you might be juggling, multiple projects and these financial obligations, and the weight of those responsibilities could become overwhelming if you're not careful. All right, so balance is key. While it's important to seize those financial opportunities, as I said, make sure that you're not, overburdening yourself with responsibilities, and take care to avoid that burnout. Really managing your workload and your financial commitments wisely. Okay. All right, I'm going to leave the Queen atop there because I think it really carries through the sort of message that we're receiving for this reading. Next, we're going to be looking at creative expression, innovation, because, I said that there is a very creative element coming through here in these new projects. That's very, your passions lie. So I just want to sort of maybe paint that out a little bit more, get some details of what those creative expressions and innovations may may look like in the next 3 months. All right. Okay, so we have the Page of Wands. That's cool because that resonates and carries through. The Hierophant, that's interesting, and the Hermit. Okay. So if I start with the Page of Wands here, so how can creativity help you in your career? Okay, well, this is a very creative card. It represents that sort of youthful energy, enthusiasm, a spark of that creative inspiration. And I think in your career, creativity will play an essential role, as we've explored already, I think, in bringing those fresh ideas, the innovation. And so you may feel a surge of excitement about a new project or inspired to approach your work with a sense of curiosity and adventure. Um, I think this card suggests that taking risks with your creative ideas will definitely lead to opportunities for growth, okay? And so you may be presented with an opportunity to work on a creative project that really excites you, maybe developing a new product, a new concept, or a new service. And your enthusiasm will, not only help you to succeed, but I think will definitely inspire those around you, okay? For sure. Just allow your creativity and your passion to really flow. Approach your career with that sense of excitement, and be willing to take bold steps towards expressing your ideas. Okay, and if you're not getting that excitement where you currently are within that project or role or career or job, then consider the possibilities more wider afield, we could say. All right, next, Hierophant. So what innovative ideas should you explore? Well, I think this does represent tradition, structure, and sort of following established paths. Okay, so a bit of a contradiction, really. But in terms of innovation, this card could suggest that you can find creative ways to blend tradition with modernity, right? So it could be hinting at that. While it may seem, like I said, this sort of counterintuitive, I think some of the best innovations come from reinterpreting old methods. Okay, so be mindful of that in your creative pursuits in your work, because this could be the clue to how to do that. Right? It's like the Smeg fridge comes to mind for some reason. How that sort of classic looking fridge, gets captured and it becomes an icon, but modernized in its efficiency and environmentally friendly, system and effective use. Right? That's what I'm talking about. There is that. I'm sure you can think of more creative ideas than that. But while it, like I said, uh, look at this card. Yeah, I think it's encouraging you to explore those ways in which to combine structure and creativity and bring new life to traditional approaches. Okay, so you might find the success by talking or taking a traditional process into your industry and sort of adding a unique modern twist to it. For example, you could apply innovative technology to streamline a long-standing process at work, for example, whether that's AI or whatever, right? So I think making it more efficiently while also respecting the foundations is kind of the theme that I'm getting at there, is what I'm picking up. All right. Okay, next, Hermit. So what role does creative thinking play in really achieving your goals? Okay. So, well, I think this represents introspection, a bit of wisdom, seeking answers from within. So creative thinking is going to obviously play a very crucial role in helping you to achieve your goals and encourage you to reflect on your personal journey to gain that deeper insights into what truly drives you. Okay, so maybe reflect on the patterns of behavior leading up to this point. What have been your big influences, inspirations over the years that really have moved you, and how can that help you in your current projects and to succeed in creative ways, right? So you may need to step back from the day-to-day responsibilities to really reflect on where you're heading in your career, and as well as where you've been, right? So taking that time to pause, think deeply about what inspires you, you'll gain that clarity needed to move forward with purpose and creativity. Okay, and that reflection ultimately reveals the North Star as well, I feel, which is indicated here with the Hermit. So don't be afraid to take that sort of time to be introspective. Reflect on your creative goals and really tap into that inner wisdom. I think this is going to really help you to achieve the breakthroughs that you need to really move forward. All right. Okay. Next, we're going to be looking at the long-term impact. All right, long-term impact that all of this is going to have over the next 3 months. How is that going to impact you long-term? Okay. All right, so we have the Knight of Wands. So the Wands is, the suit that's been so consistent throughout the reading, and it's here again. We also have the Eight of Swords and this Five of Pentacles. Okay, interesting. So I'm looking now at the Knight of Wands first, and how is this? How will these months, these next 3 months, affect your goals and your long term goals? All right, that's how I'm interpreting this card. Okay, so this represents also leadership, but vision, very bold ambitions. Okay, so over the next 3 months, I think your long term goals will be significantly impacted by your ability to sort of step into leadership roles, pursue your career vision with confidence. Okay, so the actions that you take during this time, I think, is going to set the stage for future growth and success and those ambitious goals. Okay, so you'll need to really embrace your inner leader, trust your ideas, take initiative to drive the projects forward. You may find yourself in a position where you're responsible for leading a project, guiding a team. Okay, so the decisions that you make during this time will definitely have this lasting effect on your career, but more importantly, these goals, and those goals may be more expansive. Over the course of the next 3 months, those goals might be articulated as quite ambitious in size, and so really helping to build that reputation and as a strong and capable leader is going to support that. And so, yeah, your ability to lead with confidence and vision, okay, will play a crucial role in shaping your long-term career success. And so, trust in your abilities to drive your projects and ideas towards this sort of long-term achievement, long-term horizon as well. Okay, so yeah, next, Eight of Swords. So we have here what long-term decisions will be important. Okay, what are the important long-term decisions that you're going to make over the next, beyond the next 3 months? Okay, so this to me represents being trapped, limited, stuck in sort of mental constructs or situations. But in terms of long-term decisions, I think this card suggests that one of the most important choices you will need to make is really freeing yourself from any self-imposed limitations, self-limiting beliefs. Okay, I think you may feel restricted by certain circumstances of the past potentially, or fear, maybe taking risks. So fear is going to be there, all right, and what you make that fear mean is going to be all very, very important to your long-term success. Okay, so yeah, it does remind you that many of these limitations are ultimately mental barriers that can be overcome. Okay, and so releasing yourself from these constraints will be key to moving forward. All right, it's a big one. So whether you feel trapped in your current role or your situation, fearing that you'll be unable to pursue a new direction, all right. However, this card is advising you to examine whether these limitations are sort of real or simply fears that are holding you back from making bold career decisions. You need to make that distinction very clearly, okay, for yourself. So the long-term decisions to really free yourself from those limiting beliefs or those illusions is going to be crucial. So recognize where you may be holding yourself back, take the steps, break free, and move forward with confidence. All right. Finally, the Five of Pentacles. How to stay aligned with your long-term vision. To me, this represents financial struggles, feeling of lack, insecurity, etc. So to stay aligned with your long-term vision, you'll need to be mindful of managing financial challenges or the feelings of inadequacy potentially associated with this card that may arise. Okay, inadequacy or scarcity. And so this card suggests that while there may be difficult periods ahead, staying focused on your goals, seeking support when it's necessary, is going to help you to navigate any rough patches that you may experience. So don't let temporary setbacks derail your long-term plans as well. So if you face financial difficulties or career setbacks, it will be important to stay grounded, keep your long-term vision in mind. Okay, let that be your North Star. You might need to cut back on unnecessary expenses or seek support from a mentor, help guide you through the tough times, whatever it is. Seek it, remain focused on the vision, and allow that passion and that inspiration, those new ideas to really take center stage. Thinking dynamically, how to reinterpret, those classical structures and systems, ideas and processes and services, And so stay aligned with your long-term goals. It's going to require you to be resilient in the face of those financial challenges potentially, or setbacks, but focus on your vision, seek out that support when needed to really, weather that situation. Okay? All right. Next, we're going to be getting some advice for success. All right, so I want to be looking at advice for success. Again, we're going to do 3 cards. Quick draw. Okay. Of course, another Wands. Queen of Wands this time. 9 of Wands. And the Chariot. Okay, strong. All right, so advice. Okay, so what action will lead to success? Well, this represents again confidence and charisma and leadership, as well as the King of Wands that we saw earlier. So to achieve success in the next 3 months, this is like a reiteration, really, reconfirmation. This card encourages you to take that bold action, trust in your capabilities, to really inspire others with your energy. Okay, and the Queen of Wands advises you to really embrace creativity and courage. So using your influence to drive those projects and those people towards success. So you need to really take lead in these new projects and an initiative at work, showcasing your charisma, your ability to motivate others. And so by demonstrating confidence in your ideas and your vision, again, you'll inspire those around you and really establish yourself as a key figure in driving success. So bold action, self-confidence will be key to your success. Trust your instincts as well. Really embrace your leadership abilities. Take charge of situations where your influence can really make a difference. Okay, those opportunities are there for you all the time. All right, next we're going to be looking at 9 of Wands and what mindset is most beneficial for your career growth. Okay, that's what I'm going to interpret this. This is perseverance. This is all about resilience. This is about standing strong despite the challenges. Okay, that's what resilience really is. And so the mindset that will most benefit your career growth is one of determination and persistence. So while you may encounter obstacles and setbacks, of course, the 9 of Wands encourages you to keep pushing forward, trusting that your hard work and your resilience will lead to success. Okay, you've already come far enough already. And so it's important to continue standing your ground, even if things get tough, okay, especially when they get tough. And so if you've been working on a challenge or a project up to now, dealing with workplace conflicts, this card reminds you to keep going, okay? You may feel like giving up on the task due to sort of repeated obstacles and setbacks. Be persistent, be determined. You're ultimately going to lead to a huge breakthrough for you. So resilience, okay, that's going to be essential. Next, the Chariot, and notice there is a North Star again here. We saw it earlier with the Hermit, and now we have it again on the crown of the Charioteer. And so, this is focus, this is determination, this is overcoming obstacles through sheer willpower. So for success, again, you need to focus on harnessing your determination, driving forward with clear purpose and a clear North Star. It really advises you that, to stay in control of your direction, a sense of independence coming through there again, and really to ensure that your efforts are focused on the main goals, that what's the priority, and what, and distractions are kept at bay as well, okay? So with a strong sense of determination, you're going to be able to overcome any challenges and really steer yourself towards that success that we discovered right at the beginning. So if you're really managing, multiple tasks or goals, Chariot really suggests here that you need to have that strong grip of your focus and not be distracted. So pull away from don't let it pull you away from what's important. Okay, priorities. If you don't know what your priority 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is, I suggest you do that. If you don't know what your vision is, I suggest you articulate that and you really capture it. And then, you establish what the goals are that are going to have to happen, in what order, what's most important in order to achieve that vision. Okay, have all of that in place. That's going to lead to that success. So to achieve success, just to summarize this part here before we go to the final Divine Feminine Oracle advice card, embrace your confidence, take those bold decisive actions and leadership roles. Okay, so the most beneficial mindset is going to be that resilience and that persistence, pushing through the challenges without giving up. Okay, but finally, focus on your determination, staying in control of the direction, ensuring that your willpower drives you forward with success towards that vision. Okay, all right. Finally, Divine Feminine Oracle for advice, and the card is Khadija. Khadija. So this is a really powerful reinforcing message coming from Khadija, really, and she is the mother of believers, but she is spiritually and financially abundant. I provide heaven on earth for myself. There's that reflection of that independence once again. Okay, you can even see the pentacle coin in the background. All right, so this is wealth, this is entrepreneurship as well, unwavering faith in your abilities. Okay, she is a symbol of prosperity, self-reliance, the importance of building the foundations of security through hard work and dedication. So in the next 3 months, I think she's encouraging you to really focus again on your career and your mindset of an entrepreneur. Even if you are in those projects, those roles within an organization, the entrepreneurial mindset is just an energy. It's just an energy signature. And if you approach that with that mindset, your work with that mindset, then I think you're going to see the successes that you're going to see in the next 3 months. So embody that entrepreneurial spirit, really taking charge of your career, pursuing those financial independence goals that you have. And this is a time to believe in your ability to create and manage success on your terms. So whether you're, like I said, launching a new project, aiming for a promotion, or just setting these financial goals, she reminds you, to be bold. Again, there's that boldness with the wands. Really, the strong message coming through this reading here today. And so, if maybe take those bold actions. Be confident in your abilities. Trust that your hard work will lead to that prosperity and that success that you're seeking. Okay, so if you're also considering starting a business, pursuing a new financial opportunity, taking a leadership role, she's advising you to trust in your skills, take the necessary steps towards building that long-term success. You may find that opportunities for financial growth are within reach. They're not far away, but they require courage, dedication, self-belief. Really seize the moment. Okay. Self-reliance, faith in your ability to achieve success. This is the time to take the bold action, trust in your entrepreneurial mindset, and focus on building wealth, security through hard work and determination. Okay, so the entrepreneurial mindset for the success that we explored right at the beginning. Look, that's the end of the reading. I hope you found this inspiring, motivating, and clarifying as to where the next 3 months are going and what's beyond that. Okay, I wish you all of the success in the world. Go ahead and drop another crown in the comments just to let me know that this has resonated and you're claiming this reading for you today. Thank you for trusting me, Maverick Mystic, as always, and look forward to doing it again soon. Take care. Hello, welcome in card number 3 to this, your reading, what the next 3 months has in store for you. Okay, I'm going to read the first 3 cards. This is going to be the theme setting for this particular pile. Now, tune into what's being shared. If it resonates, this is the pile for you. Okay, if not, I'd love you to go ahead and choose from a different pile. All right, let's begin. Okay, so what do we have here? We have the 5 of Swords, the 6 of Swords, and the 9 of Swords. Oh, interesting. Okay, this is a very strong, clear, consistent energy coming through here. All right, so general energy surrounding your career at the moment. All right, that's how I'm interpreting the 5 of Swords. Let's start with that, shall we? So this represents conflict. It represents tension, potential power struggles as well. So over the next 3 months, I think the energy surrounding your career may involve challenges related to disagreements, competition in the workforce, that kind of stuff. And it suggests that you might find yourself navigating difficult conversations, conflicts with co-workers, or tense working environment in general. And so I think the key will be to avoid these unnecessary confrontations and sort of focus on resolving issues constructively. Okay, you might face a situation where someone at work is undermining your efforts, leading to conflict, whether it's office politics or a competitive colleague. I think this card really warns that there may be a disagreement that sort of creates tension in your work environment. And so be mindful of how you engage with conflict and in conflict, and so avoid, getting drawn into the power struggles or situations where winning comes at the cost of relationships or long-term successes. All right, that's to be mindful of that. Okay, next, Six of Swords. What's the primary focus, or what's the primary challenge? Well, okay, so focus or challenge. So this represents transition. It represents moving away from difficulty, finding solutions. So the primary focus over the next 3 months will be in moving away from challenges and really transforming to a more peaceful, productive phase in your career. Okay, and so this could involve leaving behind toxic work environments, shifting your focus towards resolving issues, as we sort of explored there, and sort of and finding a sort of better balance in your career as well. It does suggest that while there may be challenges as we explored, you are on the path towards smoother waters. Okay, it may feel tense at the moment, but it is coming. So whether you're considering a change of roles or even moving to a different company in search of a more supportive work environment, or you could be focusing on resolving workplace conflicts and finding that way to sort of move forward more peacefully. Focus on finding solutions, transitioning away from those toxic or unproductive situations. The key challenge will be navigating the changes smoothly. Okay, so while leaving behind what no longer serves you. So next, Nine of Swords. And the key motivations really driving the career decisions in the next 3 months, key motivations, looking at this card, anxiety, worry, sleepless nights. I think the key motivation is driven by concerns or anxiety surrounding your career. So you may be feeling a little stressed out right now about the future. Maybe you're worried about these unresolved issues or experiencing pressures that are affecting your mental well-being. So while these feelings, are valid, I think the card suggests that much of the fear may be rooted in potentially overthinking or worst case scenarios. And I think it's important to address these worries with clarity. Okay, so you might be worried about a looming deadline, a difficult conversation with a manager, or the possibility of changes in your workplace that feel kind of out of your control. And so this anxiety could motivate you to seek solutions, to make career changes, to alleviate these concerns. But be mindful of letting anxiety or stress, not dominate your decision-making process. Okay, acknowledge your worries, sure, but try to approach them with a clear, rational mind to find solutions. Okay, and so that paints a quite an interesting picture, challenging one, of course, as I see it there. But I think you have the tools to resolve the conflict over the next 3 months. Let us now explore opportunities for growth. All right, that due to the potential stress and worries and concerns and anxieties, you may not be missing. So let's see some opportunities for growth. They're always there. It's whether or not we can find them due to our current energy, vibration patterns, etc., like that. Okay, so just let's shine some light on potential opportunities for you that you may not be aware of. All right, so we have the King of Pentacles, Seven of Wands, and the Wheel of Fortune. So let me start with the King of Pentacles. Okay, so this represents that financial success, that stability, the mastery of your career. So over the next 3 months, new opportunities will arise that will provide financial growth or a sense of stability in your professional life. Okay, now these opportunities may involve leadership roles, as suggested here by the King, promotions, or investments that sort of lead to the long-term financial security, whichever one resonates the most. But your ability to manage resources effectively and take a steady approach, is what's going to be rewarded ultimately, I feel. So you might be offered a position that allows you to manage a team or a project with a focus on creating sustainable financial success. Alternatively, you may find new investment opportunities or side projects that increase your financial well-being. Focus on opportunities that offer long-term financial stability, not the quick wins, not the spikes, but the long-term financial stability. Your practical approach and your financial acumen are going to lead to success if you do so. All right. Next, Seven of Wands, and so how can you take advantage of these opportunities? All right, Seven of Wands. Well, it represents standing your ground, perseverance, overcoming challenges, and I think to take full advantage of the opportunities presented, you will need to be assertive, defend your position, There may be competition or obstacles, along the way, but your determination, your willingness to stand up for your ideas is going to help you succeed. Okay, so this card suggests that you may face that resistance, but with persistence, you can overcome those challenges and secure your place. Okay, so you may be vying for a promotion at the moment, or leading or a leadership position where there is stiff competition. So the Seven of Wands, sorry, advises you to really stay focused, defend your ideas confidently. Okay, not let the opposition discourage you. By showing your strength and your resolve, I think you will stand out. Okay, keep consistently coming back, even if you get rejected. Consistently coming back, that kind of thing will pay off in the end. So don't shy away from challenges. Don't shy away from challenges. Be prepared to assert yourself. Hold your ground, even if others, competing for the same position, we could say. Okay. All right. Next, Wheel of Fortune. So, what area of personal growth is most important to you in your career? Okay. I see here, cycles. I see changes. I see the role of fate in your life. And so, in terms of personal growth, I think this card indicates that the next 3 months will bring significant changes, for sure. Your ability to adapt will be crucial. So, the wheel really suggests that both good fortune and challenges may come your way. Okay, and it's important to remain open to the challenges and to the changes and shifts that may occur. Okay, so just embrace change with flexibility, and I think that's going to lead to that sort of growth and success. Okay, being resilient is also being dynamic and adaptable. Okay, so there is that call here, I feel. So you may experience, unexpected shifts in your career, such as a sudden promotion, a change in your role, a new project being introduced. So these changes, while unpredictable, are going to offer the growth in if you adapt quickly and review them or view them as opportunities for development. Okay, so embrace the changes coming your way and trust the cycles of your career. Flexibility, adaptability are going to be key in navigating the ups and downs that are part of this period. Okay, next, let's look at some challenges. Let's look at some obstacles. Challenges and obstacles. Let's get a little bit more specific to see what we've got. All right. Okay, so I've got 3 of Pentacles, I've got Death, and I've got the 10 of Cups. Wow, what a vast array of different cards. Okay, and so what challenges will come up in your career? Okay, so this is representing collaboration, teamwork, building something valuable through that sort of collective effort. And one of the main challenges in the next 3 months may involve difficulties with teamwork or working effectively with others. Remember that tension that we spoke about right at the beginning. So you might encounter issues with those colleagues and collaborators who aren't on the same page, or it could be miscommunication that impacts your progress. Okay, so clear communication at this time is going to be crucial. The challenge will be, I think, to find a way to bring everyone together, okay, to ensure that contributions are aligned with the shared goals. And look, we see the 3 people collaborating here. The shared goal is this, the cathedral that they're building. And if everybody believes in the cathedral and the importance of it, then the collaboration will be smooth. But if everybody's got vying for different opinions about whether or not it's important, whether that's the priority or not, then that's where the challenges may lie. So really articulating a shared cathedral-like vision for everybody to get behind will be absolutely key. And so you may be a part of a project where a team member may have sort of conflicting ideas or struggle to communicate effectively themselves, and this could lead to sort of delays, frustration, and it will be sort of up to you, I think, to find ways to mediate and to foster better collaboration. There's that call for leadership again. Okay, so collaboration is going to be key, but it may be challenging to get everyone to work cohesively. That's going to be the challenge. Focus on clear communication, finding that common ground, that cathedral that everyone can get behind, to keep the projects moving forward, and you will be acknowledged for that, I think. Okay, next we have Death. And I'm looking at this and asking, how to navigate these obstacles. There's a few sort of hints here, but how do you navigate these obstacles? Well, Death represents many things, but it does represent transformation, endings, the letting go of what no longer serves you as well. So I think to overcome the challenges that arise, I think you'll need to embrace change. We saw that already in the Wheel of Fortune. Be open to the idea of letting go of old ways of working. Okay, so depending on the quality of the articulation of the cathedral, let's say, to use that example, that will determine things that will become more clearly what to let go. Okay, so if it doesn't serve this collective vision, then we can let it go a lot easier because we can articulate it and can compare and contrast what's going to help it to achieve it. And it becomes clear what's not going to help. So you can let it go, if that makes sense. And so, I think the card really suggests that, some situations, maybe relationships or maybe approaches in your career may need to be released or allow for at least for growth and transformation to occur. And so the key is to really accept the natural cycles of endings and new beginnings. So using these transitions and opportunities for renewal and ultimately improvement. Okay, be open to the possibility of new ways of doing things. I think is a way of handling these conflicts. Okay, so if you're working on a project that feels a little stagnant, or maybe if a certain team dynamics aren't quite working, the Death card, I think, is advising you to let go of outdated methods or unproductive collaborations. So it might mean recognizing your team, reorganizing your team, or even ending a partnership that's kind of hindering process or progress in order to make space for new, more effective solutions. Okay, so transformation is necessary for growth. That's a key aspect. Transformation is necessary for growth. So be willing to let go of what's no longer serving your career and embrace the change as an opportunity for that renewal and extra zest. Okay. All right. Next, 10 of Cups, and I'm looking at what resources is going to help you to sort of handle the challenges. And what we see here is emotional fulfillment, harmony, supportive relationships. So really, the best resource that you can draw from to handle these challenges is emotional support of those around you. So whether that's from family, whether that's friends, whether that's trusted colleagues, you need to find the emotional balance. Leaning into your support system is going to help you to navigate the difficulties with greater ease. Okay, so that's a general rule of thumb, but I think it's being emphasized more so here for you in this particular case. So creating a harmony in your personal and your professional relationships will also help you to maintain a sense of well-being through challenging transitions. Okay, so if you're dealing with a workplace conflict, as we saw here from the Anchor card, or or a major transition in your career, turning to a loved ones for advice and encouragement is going to provide that emotional grounding. Building strong relationships with co-workers can also create a sense of community that help alleviate stress. And having a shared, cathedral that you're all working towards is also going to alleviate all of this. So emotional support, strong relationships are going to be vital during the challenging times that you may face. And so focus on creating an environment that fosters that emotional well-being and that harmony. Okay. All right, we'll leave that uppermost to remind us there. And we'll take a look now at communication and relationships. So, we hinted at the support network around you. Now let's sort of dive into that and color that a little bit more. We're going to be exploring communication and relationships that are going to support you in the next 3 months. Okay. So we have, look at that is the relationship card. 3 of Cups, 2 of Wands, that vision, and the King of Swords, that clearly articulated, direct communication, stability, intellectual clarity. Okay, wonderful. So really, the question is that I'm asking with this card is how will communication play a role in your career? And we have here celebration, friendship, collaboration. So in terms of communication, again, this card suggests that over the next 3 months, you will benefit from fostering strong, supportive relationships in your career. Okay, specifically in your career. Okay, and I think open, joyful communication is going to help to really build a sense of camaraderie, teamwork with your colleagues. This is a time to celebrate achievements together and really strengthen your professional network through positive interactions. So acknowledging those around you and their successes, small wins, etc., is going to be super good for nurturing these powerful relationships that are going to help you. And so you may find yourself working closely with a team or a group of colleagues where your ability to communicate openly, share ideas is going to lead to that success. So Celebrating also milestones and achievements, as I said, with your team is going to strengthen the relationships, improve collaborations overall. And so, positive communication is going to be key to building the strong professional relationships that are going to support you. So focus on creating a sense of camaraderie and joy in the interactions with your work colleagues. Okay. Next, 2 of Wands. So what relationships will help or hinder your progress? So what types of relationships are going to help or hinder? Well, what I have here really is planning, foresight, future partnerships potentially. And so the relationships that will help you the most are those that are really aligned with your long-term career goals and your vision. Okay, so once you've articulated that vision of where it is that you're going or wanting to go, those that align with it are the ones that are going to be most supportive. Kind of makes sense, right? So, it encourages you to seek out partnerships and collaborations that really help to sort of expand your horizons, move you forward in your career. Maybe that's assistance with particular areas or skills that you want to develop that are in alignment with that vision, and finding those people that can provide that assistance is going to be key. And you might be presented with an opportunity to collaborate with someone whose goals align closely with yours, helping you both move forward in your careers. It could be that as well. So there's 2 there. So maybe look out for that one other person who's kind of on the same mission as you. I think that's going to be crucial for you and your success as well. Okay, focus on building the relationships ultimately with those who share your vision, long-term goals, and I think these partnerships will propel you forward. While misaligned relationships, will ultimately hinder, the progress. So just be mindful of that distinction. Okay, who's with me, who's going with me, who isn't. All right. Next, King of Swords. And what approach to relationships should you take? Well, this is all about clarity. This is intellect. This is authority. Okay, so in terms of relationships, this card suggests that you should take a clear, rational approach when communicating and building connections. Maybe that's just articulating your vision. This is what I want. This is where I want to be. Who wants to come with me? Or what do you think? It's that kind of thing. Nice and clear. There is no sideways. There is no manipulation. There is no, hinting at different things. No, it's very direct. It's very clear. It's very authoritative. Okay. And it advises you to be, direct and honest. Truth, by the way, is the sword here. Okay, sword of truth. And like every sword, it can cut. Okay, so how we wield that sword of truth, be masterful around that wielding of that sword of truth is going to be crucial for you. All right, so just be mindful of that, but you have to have that truth firmly in your grasp and know what it is and how to share it. Okay, so if you're leading a team or working on a project, this card's advising you to communicate your ideas clearly, assertively. You may need to establish strong boundaries with co-workers or clients and maintaining, professional respect also, ensuring that, everyone is on the same page. The gray areas are going to be your nemesis in the coming months, I would say. So make sure that you can really pierce through the noise and the gray areas, the uncertainty. Create certainty wherever you go, in particular when you communicate, all right? So it could be like communication styles within the team. For example, if you've got something very, very important to communicate to somebody, text message is probably not the right way to do it. If you can imagine a sort of pyramid, on one side you have the communication route, and on the other side the severity of the situation. For example, right at the pinnacle is the most important epic thing that's happened, has to be communicated at the top level, which is face-to-face interaction. Okay, if you're just reminding someone of a task, it could be down in the lower levels of texting, and then there's everything in between: voice, video, etc. All right, just be mindful of that. That's something that came through quite clearly there for me. So logical, clear approach to your relationships. Be direct, assertive when necessary. Ensure that your communication is based on mutual respect always, and understanding. Okay, mutual respect. And that's the key there. All right, good stuff. Now let's go to the financial outlook. All right, I want to see how we're doing there on finances. It hasn't been something that's been particularly prominent, due to the lack of the pentacles so far. And let's see what we have this time. So the financial outlook. Pentacles, straight off the bat, 10. The Devil and Ace of Wands. Interesting. Okay. So the question I want to ask with this is, what is the financial outlook for your career? And with this card, well, this is representing financial stability, long-term wealth, legacy as well. And so the next 3 months, offer a very strong, very secure financial outlook. So with the potential really to build in those long-term financial successes. So it does suggest that your career may lead to significant financial rewards, okay? And you may be setting up the foundation for that future stability. So investment savings, anything like this, or wise financial decisions made during this time are going to have a lasting impact, is what I see here. So you might be in a position to receive a bonus, a promotion, a financial reward for your hard work. Okay, so you could also be focused on long-term investments, maybe contributing to a retirement plan. It could mean that as well. Okay, maybe buying property or other financial strategies aimed at that sort of long-term, securing that long-term future wealth. Okay, so this is a time to focus on building long-term financial stability. So make decisions that will not only benefit you now, but will also contribute to secure financial investments. And a lot of that's going to be around avoiding temptations. Okay, so in terms of instant gratification, is to be avoided if this is what you want to achieve long term. Instant gratification will have you spending on things and material possessions where you may not need them, okay, and instead of investing it for long term. All right, so be mindful of those there. So in terms of the challenges or the shifts that you may expect with this card, is how I'm reading that. Again, like I said, it's temptations, materialism, unhealthy attachment. So it warns really that you may face temptations and challenges that are related to material desires or unhealthy spending habits. So you could be tempted to overspend, to engage in the risky financial behaviors, become too focused on material wealth in the immediate moment, maybe at the cost of your well-being. So it's very important to remain aware of these temptations, okay, and ensure that your financial decisions are grounded in practicality, long-term thinking. You might be tempted to make those impulsive purchases, okay, or invest in something that seems maybe too good to be true, okay. So the devil's advice here is caution. These temptations could lead to financial strain if not managed wisely. And I want to correct what I just said there, because the devil won't give you good advice like that. The archetype of the devil is just there to reflect and mirror back at you temptation, unhealthy habits, etc. Okay, it doesn't give you healthy advice. All right, be mindful of material temptations and ensure that your financial decisions really are based on sound judgment rather than impulse. So if you find yourself in that short-term gratification space, making those impulsive decisions, just pause. Okay, reflect, look at your vision. What's your long-term goal? All right, have that in mind always. Okay. Next, let's look at this card, the Ace of Wands, and how can you best manage finances during this next 3 months. Okay, that's how I'm interpreting this card. And this is about new beginnings, inspiration as well, but also bold action. And so to manage your finances effectively, this card encourages you to embrace creative, innovative approaches to growing your wealth. So you may be presented with new financial opportunities or inspired to take bold steps in your career that lead to the financial rewards. So the key is to harness your creative energy and act with confidence when pursuing new opportunities for financial growth. Okay, doesn't mean taking risks, right? Bold self-belief, creating new wealth, that kind of thing. That's what it means. So you might be, you might find inspiration to start a side business, not go all in. That could be a high risk, but a side business, for example, or invest in a creative project, or pursue a career path that aligns with your passions, something like that. But it does advise you to take action on these opportunities as they have the potential to bring that financial success. Okay. Embrace new financial opportunities with enthusiasm, confidence. Think long term though, applied. Okay, not immediate gratification. No get rich quick schemes. None of that. All right, that's not what that means. Okay, all right. So yeah, I think that's pretty sound advice, general and also specific for your case. So it's a strong financial outlook with the potential to build that long-term wealth and that stability. Okay, be cautious and mindful of those temptations and material distractions that can lead to financial strain. Okay, always. But yeah, let's just look good. Embrace those new opportunities as well. All right, next we're going to be looking at creative expression, innovation, creativity, essentially, right? How is the creative outlook look for you? Where is that creativity going to come from? You know, we spoke with the Ace of Wands there about those creative opportunities. All right, interesting. Okay. So let's start with the Knight of Pentacles and asking the question, you know, how can creativity help you in your career? All right. Well, this card represents hard work, persistence, practicality as well. And so in your career, creativity will be enhanced by your dedication and your disciplined sort of approach to turning ideas into reality. So it's like a slow, steady approach. Okay. So you may not rush into creative ventures, but by sort of methodically working through them with careful planning and consistent effort, you'll find the long-term success. Okay, so if you're working on a creative project or developing a new service, taking a sort of step-by-step diligent approach will be most effective for you. You know, slowly building a brand or maybe honing a craft is going to lead to stable, reliable results over time. Okay, so focus on that steady, patient work. Creativity is best expressed through consistent effort, essentially is what it's saying, leading to that long-term success. All right. Now, what innovative ideas should you explore? Okay, so how can I interpret that with the Tower? Well, this is, you know, sudden change, disruption, breaking down old structures as well. So when it comes to innovation, you know, this card suggests that you should explore ideas that challenge the status quo, break free from traditional ways of thinking. You know, while this might feel uncomfortable at first, I think it can lead to breakthroughs. And so the Tower is inviting you to really embrace unexpected or radical changes, even maybe in your career or how you approach your career or how you approach those projects. So, you know, these sort of shakeups can bring new opportunities for growth and creativity. All right. And so, you know, you might find that a major shift in your work environment, such as a company restructuring or the end of a project, you know, forces you to think outside the box, for example. So this disruption could lead to innovative solutions, a fresh start in a new direction, even if the initial changes feels a little destabilizing. So sort of have this as a forewarning in the sense that, you know, be prepared, emotionally prepared for that sort of sudden thing, so it doesn't catch you out, so you can respond to it instead of reacting to it. When most people interact with the energy of the Tower, it's normally a reaction and a hasty sort of decision that's made thereafter. So this is sort of preparing you for you to make a response and using it as an opportunity for growth and creativity. All right. Next, Queen of Wands, sorry. And sort of what role does creative thinking play in achieving your long-term goals? Okay, that's how I'm interpreting this. Well, this is confidence, you know, passion, creativity itself, and achieving your goals. You know, creative thinking will play a major role in allowing you to sort of express your ideas with enthusiasm and charisma. And so she encourages you to take a bold, energetic approach to your career. Use your creativity to inspire others, drive forward your projects. I think you're encouraged to lead with passion also. Showcase your creative abilities, you know, to the fullest, I would say. And so if you're leading a team or working on a project, you know, your confidence, your creative leadership will inspire those around you. So, you know, you could take the lead in a brainstorming, you know, a new solution or a creative direction. Really, that will motivate your team to really embrace these innovative ideas. So, bold, confident creativity is going to be key in reaching your goals. They're going to lead to that creative vision and inspire others to follow your example. While also, once you've figured out where the direction, slow and steady, right? Or consistency. You don't have to be slow, but consistency, I think that's the key. All right. So the next 3 months, how are they going to have a long-term, what's the long-term impact of the next 3 months for you? Let's explore that now, shall we? And listen, if you've resonated so far with what's been shared, why don't you go ahead and drop a sword? Why don't you drop a sword into the comments just to let me know that this has been, that you resonate with what's being shared here. And please leave a comment. We love to engage and interact with those comments and hear from you all. All right, so what we're looking at now is the long-term impact of the next 3 months. Okay, so let's start with the Five of Pentacles, and how will these months affect your long-term goals? All right, that's what I want to look at. All right, well, look, this does represent financial struggles. Okay, feelings of lack, sense of exclusion. The long-term impact of the next few months may involve working through periods of financial or career instability, is what I sense here. Okay, now there may be challenges that lead to feelings of insecurity, self-doubt. However, this card also highlights the importance of seeking support and not facing challenges alone. Okay, so it's important to be mindful of long-term goals during these difficult times, as that North Star that we spoke about. And remember that this period of struggle is temporary. All right. Now, you might face a financial setback or feel unsupported in your current role, but this, I think, could lead to feelings of self-doubt about your career direction. But I think it's really essential to seek advice in those moments. Okay, should this moment occur, and seek help from others and focus on that long-term recovery and growth. Okay, because we know what's the potential here. Okay, and this just like a preparation for you to be ready to receive the abundance. Okay, and so all right, long-term decisions that are going to be important for you. This kind of goes hand in hand with the Knight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles is like a careful crafting, attention to detail, consistency, mastery. These are all the energies associated with this. It's like a skill building as well, mastering your craft. And so long-term success is going to come from dedicating yourself to that continuous improvement, refining your skills. And so the next few months, it will emphasize the importance of perseverance, attention to detail. So commit to personal and professional growth is going to be essential for long-term success. All right, and so you may need to invest in learning new skills, taking courses, dedicating extra time to mastering your craft. If you're aiming for a promotion or a career advancement, long-term success will come from putting in the effort to become an expert in your field. Okay, so focus on skill building, hard work. Long-term decisions that you make now should revolve around continuous learning and ultimately improvement, okay, over time. Next, the Two of Cups. So how to stay aligned with your long-term vision, all right? Because there are always temptations, challenges, pitfalls, etc. that can really derail us sometimes. And so how to stay aligned? Well, the Two of Cups, being about partnerships, collaboration, and mutual support. To stay aligned with your long-term vision, you will need to focus on building strong, harmonious relationships. Whether that's a mentor, whether that's a business partner, a colleague, your long-term success is going to depend on partnerships that are built on trust and mutual respect. Okay, that's the main emphasis here, is trust, mutual respect. Okay, so collaboration will be essential in achieving your goals. So focus on fostering the supportive, productive relationships. So you might find that collaborating with a trusted partner or a colleague helps you to move forward with your long-term career plans. Okay, working with a mentor who shares your vision could guide you through challenging times and keep you on track also. So relationships are key to staying aligned with your goals, building that strong supportive partnerships that help you to move forward in your career. All right, so long-term impact, the next few months, it may involve working through some financial, some career difficulties and challenges, but with the support and the perseverance, I think you can overcome these challenges, and long-term success will come from that continuous skill building, okay, and that dedication to improving your craft, becoming that expert. Okay, all right, next, let's get some advice for success. Generic advice for success over the next 3 months. Okay, so we have the Three of Swords, Page of Swords, Two of Pentacles. So what action will lead to success? What action will lead to success is how I want to interpret this first card, the Three of Swords. And so, this is representing heartbreak, disappointment, emotional pain. But for success, I think it's important to acknowledge any past disappointments or setbacks in your career, but you have to learn from them. Okay, that's the key here, I feel. Learn from them and move forward. This card is advising you that dwelling on past failures or emotional wounds will only hold you back. Okay, so instead, take action by accepting these experiences, as part of your growth, using them to build resilience, emotional strength. Okay, and so if you experience a career setback, maybe missing out on a promotion or dealing with a sort of workplace conflict, okay, the key to success is to learn from the situation, move forward without letting it define your future. Okay, otherwise we're just taking what happened and projecting it forward and repeating it. And so, key to success, learn from the situation and move forward without letting it define your future. Use the lessons that you've gained to really guide the next steps, we could say. Acknowledge them. Past disappointments happen. Don't let them hold you back. Okay, next one is we're going to look at the Page of Swords with what mindset is most beneficial for career growth. What mindset? Page of Swords is curiosity, enthusiasm, intellectual energy. So the mindset that will most benefit your career growth is one of constant learning. Remember that crafting that we spoke about earlier, honing your skills, curiosity, the willingness to adapt to new ideas. The Tower, remember, okay, so these things have happened. How can we think outside the box, find solutions? And so it encourages you to stay mentally sharp, seek out knowledge, embrace opportunities to grow intellectually, being open to new information, and remaining curious about your field will definitely help you to stay ahead in your career. So you might find yourself drawn to learning new skills or exploring new ideas in your field. This could involve, taking courses, reading, etc., staying up to date on the industry trends, etc. Right? So staying curious, adaptable is going to help you to really grow in your career. Approach your career with that sense of curiosity, open-mindedness, the youthful energy about this card, consciously learning, intellectually flexible. I think going to be key to your growth and your success. All right. Next, Two of Pentacles. So what should you focus on for your success? Okay, that's how I'm looking at this. What should you focus on for your success as a way of advice? This represents balance, adaptability, juggling multiple responsibilities. So for success, I think you'll need to focus on maintaining balance in your career, your personal life, while managing these multiple tasks. The card advises that adaptability, organization, these two things together are essential for handling your responsibilities without becoming overwhelmed. And so find the right balance between work, personal commitments. This is going to allow you to stay focused, stay more productive. So if you're managing several projects or balancing work, personal life thing, it's important to prioritize tasks, okay? And delegate where it's necessary. Delegate what's necessary and stay organized to avoid that burnout. Learn to adapt to changing circumstances. That will help you to maintain that balance as well. But yeah, balance is key. Focus on managing your time and your responsibilities effectively, and just remain adaptable to those new challenges that arise. Okay, all right. Next, we are going to look at the final card, and this is the Divine Feminine Oracle. It's going to give us some final parting pearls of wisdom, and it comes in the form of Thecla. And so, as it says here, the prophetess of true power. So I call my power back from all times and places. I am my own. Now, this is a wonderful message, okay? So it kind of links back to those unresolved conflicts that can sometimes linger in the mind, okay? That we saw with the Three of Swords. So these experiences that we all have, right? These setbacks, disappointments, betrayals even, okay? They can really, we can leak out so much of our power to those past events, okay, that no longer are real in this present moment. They just happened, okay? But we leak out so much power to those moments. And really, Thecla is reminding you to really close up those experiences and those situations by learning from them, integrating the lesson, and then releasing them, letting go. And what that does is just maintains your power base and your power center in you. Okay, I am my own, your own power center. And from that place, you can have the energy and the resources to go after your goals, your ambitions. All right, so that's the real one here. Thekla's advice is to also stay true to yourself, even when the path feels difficult. So you may encounter setbacks. Her energy is just encouraging you to keep pushing forward with courage, with resilience, trust in your ability to rise above challenges as well, and know that your inner strength is your greatest asset if you've nurtured it correctly and if you've not leaked it out into the past, okay? Or to people that come into your immediate vicinity, allowing those toxic sort of individuals to drain the energy. Have boundaries, set those boundaries, maintain your power center. And so if you also face sort of career-related challenges, maybe there's a resistance from colleagues or that conflict that we spoke about earlier that test your resolve, she's advising you to remain determined. For example, if you feel like giving up on a difficult project or a career goal, her energy is just encouraging you to keep going, knowing that perseverance will lead to success. We've had that, haven't we? This perseverance, this consistency. If you manage to tap into that energy, that slow, steady, consistent approach to things, life, projects, that is where the success is found for you in particular. This is a particular signature for you, okay? And so, her message is one of that inner strength and that resilience. Stay committed to your path, trust in your abilities, and know that you have the courage to really overcome whatever obstacles come your way, all right? So remain courageous and resilient, even in the face of adversity. Trust in your inner strength. Break free from societal expectations as well. Stay committed to your own goals. Perseverance is going to lead to your success even when the path feels difficult, okay? So why don't we go ahead and drop a flame? Let's have a flame in the comments there just to let me know you're going to claim this. Claim your power back. I wish you all the best of luck. Thank you for trusting me, Maverick Mystic, with this reading here today. Take care. Hello and welcome in. Card number 4. So this is your reading. We're going to be exploring the next 3 months, what they have in store for you in your career, what opportunities are there for you. Let's dive straight into it, shall we? Okay, oh, nice. 1111 card. I know Mia references this card to be the 1111 card. Lucky. The 4 of Wands. So we have the 8 of Cups and the 2 of Swords. And I'm looking at the general energy, right? This is to set the scene, just to see if you resonate with this particular pile. If not, I'd love you to go ahead and choose from a different pile. Okay, so general energy surrounding your career at the moment with the 4 of Wands representing hello, welcome in. Card number 4. This is your next 3 months, what they have in store for you in your career, opportunities, etc. Let's dive into it straight away, shall we? Okay, so we have the 8 of Cups, 4 of Wands, 2 of Swords. Let's start with the 8 of Cups, and I'm going to be reading this with a general energy around your career at this time. If you resonate with this, then please stick around. If not, I'd love you to choose from one of the other piles. Okay, so let's begin. So this really represents walking away. It's seeking something more meaningful, maybe leaving behind what no longer serves you. And so over the next 3 months, you may feel the need to move away from unfulfilling situations in your career. So this could be a time for introspection, where maybe you realize that certain aspects of your current role no longer align with your deeper values or your goals, leading to that need to seek new paths or opportunities that provide greater emotional satisfaction. We're in the cups here, okay? So, for example, you might decide to leave a job, or that maybe you've outgrown, or to let go of a project that no longer excites you. So this could involve taking a step into the unknown in search of something that feels more aligned with your personal fulfillment, okay? So a time to really evaluate what is no longer serving you in your career. Take bold steps towards finding something more meaningful, okay? Next, I'm going to look at the 2 of Swords. And this one, I'm looking at primary sort of maybe focus or primary challenge for you at the moment. And it's kind of congruent in sort of decision-making energy here, in that, it does represent indecision, maybe feeling stuck, difficult choices, etc. So the primary focus or challenge during the next 3 months, I think will involve making tough decisions about your career. So you may feel caught between two options, right? Unsure which one to sort of take. And I think the card also suggests that you may be avoiding this decision out of fear of the unknown, some sort of reluctance to face the consequences of change potentially. You might be deciding between, staying in a stable but unfulfilling job or pursuing a new opportunity that feels uncertain but exciting, right? So this indecision could weigh on you quite a bit, making it difficult to move forward confidently. So I think the key consideration here is to confront the decision directly. Trust your intuition. Choose the path that feels right for you long term and your long term well being as well. Consider that into this equation as well, your well being. Okay, that would be a good indicator. Especially even if it involves a sense of discomfort. Okay, ultimately long term well being is, I think, going to be your good compass there. All right, so key motivations driving the career decisions at the moment. Well, with the 1111 card, as Mia likes to call it, the Four of Wands, we see celebration, stability, achieving milestones, and I think your key motivation in the next 3 months at least will be driven by that sort of desire for stability, success in your career. So this card to me suggests that seeking a sense of accomplishment and that you may be working towards a significant career milestone at this time, and such maybe a promotion, completing a project, or maybe gaining that recognition for your efforts and being celebrated, right? And so you might be motivated to really secure that promotion, to celebrate a career milestone, maybe launching a successful project or receiving recognition, whichever it may be. This motivation, I think, is sort of helping you to stay focused on your goals, even as you navigate those challenging decisions that we spoke about. That's a key motivation at this time, wanting to be seen, right? So yeah, but it's more than that, right? It's also that striving for stability, success. Okay, there's really maybe pushing you to make those decisions ultimately that align with that long-term career goals. And maybe the position you find yourself in right now may not be aligning you towards that long-term success and stability that's really the core motivator for you. All right, so that's the set, or the settings, sorry, of the theme of this reading of this particular pile. All right, I'm going to go deeper now into it, and I'm going to be exploring now these opportunities for growth. All right, let's just go for opportunities for growth. See what we can find here for you. All right, so just settle in, take another deep breath as we get into the meat of this reading now. Thank you for trusting me, Maverick Mystic, with this. I'm glad you're here and enjoying these readings. All right, so we have the Hangman, the Two of Wands, and the Four of Pentacles. Okay, opportunities for growth. Let's look at what opportunities will arise, and I'm using the Hangman for this. All right, so this represents a pause. It represents seeing things from a new perspective, okay, and really letting go of control in a way. So the next 3 months will offer opportunities for growth through reflection, through shifting your perspective. Okay, that's how the opportunities will come. And so you may feel like things are moving slowly, but this period of waiting is really meant to help to reconsider your approach to your career. Maybe you're not seeing it in a particular way yet. Maybe it's a bit of a blind spot occurring there. So the new opportunities, I think, will arise when you do step back, when you reassess, when you allow fresh perspectives to guide your actions. Okay, so you might face delays in a project or feel stuck in your current role, as the energies that we explored already. But this card, I think, is advising you to use this time to reflect on new approaches or ideas, right? For example, you may find an unexpected solution or a career direction that, by taking that step back rather than forcing things to move forward. I hope that makes sense, because I think by embracing the pause instead of pushing through obstacles, you can really use this time to gain new insights that are ultimately going to guide you towards what I think are better opportunities. Okay, all right. Next, I'm going to look at the Two of Wands here, and I want to ask, how can you take advantage of these opportunities? Right, what are the way you can take advantage the most of these opportunities? And with the Two of Wands, representing that planning, that foresight, making decisions about future directions, I think to take advantage of the opportunities that arise, you'll need to uh, plan carefully, be strategic in your decisions, okay, as well as being open to new perspectives, okay. And I think you'll need to. I think it's encouraging you to think of long term, essentially, right? To really explore options that align with the sort of more broader long term goals. It's a great time to really set clear plans and maybe consider how you can expand your own horizons, and really either by taking on a new role or even expanding your skill set, which will open up new opportunities to you as well. Okay, and so yeah, you might be considering whether to take on a new project, pursue further education. Even the Two of Wands does suggest look the bigger picture, new perspectives, decide based on how it fits into your long-term career goals. Okay, highly recommend having that sort of guiding vision of where you want to be, to support that, and focus on planning and making those decisions that align with those long-term visions, basically. Okay, next let's have a look at the Four of Pentacles in the context of what areas of personal growth is most important to your career at this time. Well, to me, the Four of Pentacles is communicating, holding on too tightly to security, maybe control, material sort of resources, holding on to it too much. And I think again, resonating here is this sort of letting go aspect coming through once again. So it's really reinforcing that sort of pattern here for me. Personal growth over the next 3 months, I think, will involve learning how to release your grip on security. Trust that letting go can lead to growth. I think that's a whole journey into itself, really, isn't it? But really, in particular when we talk about resources, and so you may be overly concerned with stability. Maybe you're overly concerned with the finances. But this card, I think, is encouraging you to open up to new opportunities and avoid becoming stagnant by holding on to, what feels safe, we could say. And this could also, again, be referencing to that perspective of the options that we explored there. The current status quo may feel safe, but is it in your greatest interest? Is it for your growth? Is it going to get you to where you want to be, right? And I think that's again being resonated here. So I think personal growth comes from loosening your grip at this time on security and control, letting go of fear, opening yourself up to new possibilities, and I think that's going to lead to that greater career success in particular. All right, so I'm going to leave the Hangman uppermost just as a reminder there of the patterns that we just discovered there, which I think, in terms of opportunities, what lay ahead and how to sort of make the most of the opportunities, that's a great card. All right, now we're looking at the challenges, we're looking at the obstacles that you may encounter in the next 3 months. And we have Strength card, we have the Five of Pentacles, and we have the Six of Cups. And so starting off with strength, what challenges will come up in your career? That's how I'm interpreting this. And, this is all about inner strength, inner resilience, patience. It's about mastering your emotions, okay? I think one of the main challenges over the next 3 months will be finding that inner strength to navigate difficult situations in your career. So you may encounter stressful circumstances, such as a heavy workloads, interpersonal conflicts, self-doubt. And I think, that's going to require you to stay calm, to stay grounded. And this card really emphasizes the importance of emotional control, perseverance in the face of adversity as well. So you might face, high pressure situations at work. Like I said, maybe there's that demanding project with those tight saber-tooth deadlines, and the card encourages you to really remain composed, rely on your inner resilience that you have, and push through those challenges without being overwhelmed by stress. Okay, I know it's easier said than done, but these are what I'm talking into is the challenges and how to sort of remain present as they come over the horizon. So the challenge really does lie in maintaining patience and control. And again, having that articulated vision is going to be super important. Being open to new perspectives, super important. All of that is going to support you in the coming challenges. Now, the Five of Pentacles, how to navigate these obstacles. All right. So we're looking at financial, emotional hardships here, feelings of lack, scarcity, insecurity. And so to navigate the obstacles that you're going to face, I think you'll need to be aware of any feelings of scarcity or self-doubt that might cloud your judgment. And so this card, warns of fear-based mindset. So being aware of the constricting elements that you're going to engage with, or feelings of constriction, notice them. Expansion, constriction. See which way you're feeling and why, and be curious and be open to new perspectives on those feelings, okay? Rather than beating yourself up about it, just allow them to be. And I think taking on new perspectives may reveal hidden clues and truths that will really support you. So if you are feeling insecure about your job or your financial situation, it's important to seek advice, another perspective, support, resources that can really help you to get through the hardship. You don't have to do it alone. You don't have to feel like you're out in the cold alone. Okay, I would definitely seek support at this time. Speaking to a member or maybe a mentor, or a financial advisor, could really help to relieve some of the burdens you're feeling. It's amazing how our nervous system calms once we have certain financial practical mechanisms in place, whether that's budgeting, whether that's putting a bit aside for a pension, whether that's taking care of the taxes, just these little acts that we sort of put off because they're not that much fun sometimes, just doing those can really relax the nervous system, and you'll feel more present, more available, more inspired to do the work and to focus on the career goals that you have. Okay, so it's an important one. Okay, so be mindful of the feelings of lack and isolation, and know that support is available. Seek help with this when it's needed, and don't let the fear drive your decisions. That's the big one. Don't make decisions from fear. Okay, that's a big takeaway. All right, next, Six of Cups. So what resources will help you to handle challenges? And we've sort of hinted at the mentor there, but this card represents nostalgia, childhood memories, support from the past as well. So the resources that will help you to navigate these challenges include reconnecting with people or lessons from the past. This card suggests that, looking back on past successes or reaching out to mentors, friends, family members who have supported you before will provide guidance and emotional relief. So reflecting on what has worked in the past can give you strength to really move forward. The practical examples of this, if you're struggling with a career decision, reconnecting with a former mentor, or reaching out to an old colleague for advice to help guide you through the challenges is what's being offered here. I think reflecting on past achievements can also boost your confidence during these difficult times. So really turn to trusted relationships, past experiences for support. You have the resources from your past that can help guide you through the present challenges. So challenges in your career will test your emotional resilience and patience, okay? And you will face feelings of lack or insecurity. And the key to navigating these obstacles will be to seek support and rely on past experiences with trusted relationships to provide strength and guidance. Okay, now next we're going to be looking at communications and relationships. All right, so let's have a look here what we have. So once again, pulling 3 cards, and let's explore this communications and relationship. We have the Chariot, the Ten of Swords, and the Emperor. The Chariot really represents determination, control, forward movement. In terms of communication, I think this card really indicates that over the next 3 months, you will need to take charge and assert yourself in your professional relationships. So you'll need to drive conversations forward with confidence, ensure that you're clear about your goals and your intentions. The Chariot really suggests that effective communication will be essential in steering projects and collaborations in the right direction. If you're leading a team or managing a project, you're going to need to lead your team in a way that you can communicate assertively to them to keep everyone aligned, moving forward with the same goal, with that vision, with that North Star of the Chariot. And so really, for example, during the meetings or in negotiations, you may need to be that driving force, ensuring that things stay on track. Okay, so assertiveness, clarity in communication is really going to help you push through obstacles, keep things moving in the right direction. Okay, so that's the Chariot there. All right, so So what relationships will help or hinder you with the Ten of Swords? We're looking at this now. So it represents betrayals, endings, feeling overwhelmed by challenges. In terms of relationship, I think this card suggests that certain connections may no longer serve you, and it may be time to let go of toxic or draining relationships, okay? Some professional relationships could feel like they've reached their breaking point, and holding on to them may hinder your progress. So you may need to release unhealthy connections that bring more harm than good. Okay, so you may be working with a colleague or a partner whose actions or behaviours are undermining your efforts. If this relationship is causing more stress than progress, it may be time to really distance yourself or bring that to a closure. Okay. Be aware of relationships that are holding you back, and it's important to recognize when it's time to let go of those connections. There's the as we saw earlier with the Hanged Man, it's definitely important to remember the letting go aspect of this, all right, in this particular card. So let's see what the Emperor has to say here. This is, what approach to relationships should you take? Okay, so it represents authority, structure, leadership, and in your relationships, you should adopt a clear, structured approach to leading with confidence and discipline. Okay, the Emperor suggests, that you take charge in your interactions by setting those clear boundaries, expectations in your professional relationships, and it's important to create sense of order and stability in your communications and to lead by example. So, if you're in a leadership role, the Emperor advises you to communicate with authority and to set those clear guidelines for your team. This could involve, taking responsibility for decision making, ensuring that everyone understands their roles and their responsibilities. Take a structured and disciplined approach, basically, to communicating your relationships and leading with authority and clarity, and it's going to help you to build those strong, productive connections. Okay, so yeah, your communications in your career, will require assertiveness and clear direction to drive forward progress, as we saw with the Chariot. And certain relationships may need to end if they're no longer serving you, as holding on to them can really hinder your progress. All right, so the best approach to the relationship is to lead with authority and structure and clear boundaries, just ensuring that stability and discipline in your interactions overall. Okay. All right, so let us now take a look at pile number 5. So this is your financial outlook. Okay, we're going to be looking at your financial outlook here once again, choosing 3 different cards from the pile. So just join me now. Tune into the cards 2 and 3. Okay. So your financial outlook. Let's hope it's nice and bright. Let's see what we have. Okay. First card. Now they go 11-11. Don't forget that. So let's hope it's a positive. Okay, so we have the Sun. Okay, the 3 of Swords and the 9 of Pentacles. Interesting. All right, let's have a look at this. So the Sun is there. So with the abundant card, so we'll deal with the 3 of Swords as well. All right. Sun representing abundance, success, positivity. The financial outlook for the next 3 months is very, very favorable, indicating that you may experience financial success and a real sense of accomplishment. This card does suggest that your efforts will pay off, leading to increased wealth, recognition, or even opportunities that boost your financial situation. So the Sun really brings clarity and optimism, so expect good things to come your way. So you may receive a raise, it would be a promotion, it could be a successful outcome of some kind, okay? Whether that's a project, it's really going to enhance your financial standings, and the Sun indicates that you will enjoy the fruits of your labor and feel a sense of financial happiness. Stay optimistic, stay focused on your goals, as financial success and rewards are, at this time, definitely within reach, okay? So very, very positive card. Now, let's address the 3 of Swords. So financial changes or shifts that you can expect. This to me is represents heartache, yes, disappointment or setback. So I think while the overall outlook is positive, I think the Three of Swords suggests that there may be some financial setbacks or unexpected expenses during this period. Now, you may face temporary loss or disappointment, maybe an investment in not yielding the desired results, financial opportunities falling through, that kind of thing. However, this card does remind you that setbacks are, temporary and can be overcome with resilience and a positive mindset. But trust that these challenges can be overcome with the resilience and the smart planning that we've been speaking about. Okay. All right. Next, how can you best manage finances during this time? All right. Well, this card, the Nine of Pentacles, representing that financial independence, right? That self-sufficiency, enjoying the rewards of your work as well. So to best manage your finances, focus on maintaining a sense of independence and continuing to sort of invest in your long-term financial well-being. All right. So it does encourage you to manage the resources wisely, ensure that the financial security and stability is going to be there. I think you should also take time to maybe appreciate the progress that you've made and to enjoy the fruits of your labor within the scope of possibility and reason. I think you may want to focus on saving and investing in ways that ensure that long-term financial security, almost like, again, seeking advice on that and sort of almost automating that is a great way to do it. So whether that's increasing savings, investing in property, in whatever the specifics are of your situation, I think seeking advice around that would be very, very useful at this time. So maintain that financial independence. Don't just rely on that one revenue stream as well, right? This maintaining a level of financial sovereignty is, can we create sort of multiple streams of revenues? That plays into this as well, I would say. But look, overall, it's a very bright financial outlook here. Success, there's abundance on the horizon. You may encounter those temporary setbacks and disappointments along the way, but know that the best approach is to focus on financial independence, long-term stability. So feature that into your career plans, into the long-term goals for that long-term success and celebratory vibe that we're going for there. Right. So I'm going to leave the sun uppermost there as a reminder. Next, we're going to be looking at let's look at creativity. So creativity, innovation. So where are the opportunities for creativity and innovation in your career in the next 3 months is what I'm looking at now. All right. Okay. All right, so we have Three of Cups, the Page of Cups, and the Page of Wands. Nice. How can creativity help you in your career? So the Three of Cups, representing collaboration, celebration, shared creativity, right? So I think creativity will flourish when you engage in collaborative efforts with others. And I think working in a team or joining forces with like-minded individuals can spark new ideas, lead to innovative solutions. And I think this card does suggest that finding joy in that creative process, especially with others, is going to lead to that successful outcomes. So celebrate the small wins along the way. That'll also keep, the creative momentum going. Don't forget to do that. You may find success by, just working with a group of colleagues or peers, brainstorming those new ideas, maybe designing a project, solve a problem, whatever it may be. The support and the input from others is going to definitely enhance your creativity and ultimately lead to that better outcome. Okay, so collaboration will enhance your creative process for sure. Next, I'm looking at the Page of Cups here, and what innovative ideas should you explore, right? What innovative ideas should you explore? And there's a newness about this anyway here with the page, right? There's a youthful, always learning kind of approach here. So this also represents this card itself represents intuition, excuse me, and creativity itself, right? So it's also emotional insight. So what can your emotions inform you? How can they inform you? How can they support you? So definitely the innovative ideas you should maybe explore, or you could explore. I don't like using the word should too much, but you could explore will come from tapping into your intuition and emotional intelligence. So I think it does encourage you to definitely think outside the box, embrace imaginative, even unconventional ideas. And you may feel inspired by your emotions, your dreams, or your creative impulses, which could lead to breakthroughs in your career. So you may feel inspired to propose a creative solution at work that really taps into your emotions and addresses the underlying needs, such as maybe enhancing customer experience or improving workplace harmony in some way. So trust your intuition, whatever it may be. Allow your creative ideas to flow naturally, unencumbered, okay, and consider them at least. Okay, so yeah, trust your intuition. Explore creative ideas. You know what comes from emotional insights. Allow your imagination to guide your innovation. We could say, allow your imagination to guide your innovation. Okay, next, Page of Wands. So what role does creative thinking play in achieving your goals? What role does creative thinking play in achieving your goals? So this card is enthusiasm, exploration, inspiration, and creative thinking will play a significant role in achieving your goals by really encouraging you to embrace new challenges with a sense of energy and excitement. So I think the page here is suggesting that you approach your career with curiosity, sense of adventure, always looking for ways to innovate and push boundaries. So it's that thinking outside the box pattern again coming through. I think your passion for exploration will definitely open doors to new opportunities. So if you're faced with a challenge at work, for example, the page here is encouraging you to approach it with enthusiasm, with passion, fresh perspectives. For example, maybe you're taking on a new project with energy and creativity that's going to help you to sort of stand out and lead to that career growth as well. All right, so use your passion, use your curiosity to fuel your creativity. Curiosity can fuel your creativity and approach your career with excitement and a willingness to explore new ideas. You know, I think that's going to help you to achieve your goals. Being open to new perspectives is going to be a way to lead. And I think, you know, always having in mind where the end result is going to be, right? What's your vision? Okay, great. Next, we're going to be looking at the long-term impact of these next coming 3 months. How are they going to affect beyond the 3-month time horizon? Let's explore that now. All right. Knight of Wands, the Empress. Nice to have the two showing up here, and the Eight of Wands. So, how are the next 3 months going to impact your long-term goals? Well, I look at the Knight of Wands representing that bold action, enthusiasm again, pursuing your goals with passion. So, over the next few months, you know, the long-term impact on your career is going to be come from, you know, taking decisive, energetic action. So, really, the card I think suggests that you know, you'll have the opportunity to move quickly toward your goals if you remain confident and take the initiative. So your willingness to step out of your comfort zone, to embrace challenges, is definitely going to help you to accelerate your progress, your career progress, right? And so you may be presented with an exciting new project or an opportunity that requires, you know, swift decision making and action. And so by embracing with confidence, you'll set yourself up for that long-term growth and success. So don't hesitate to take those bold actions. The energy and enthusiasm you put into your career now will definitely pay off in the long term. Okay. So, you know, it's all about the bold actions there. And so the Empress, um, you know, this represents, and I said, you know, it's really good to have them both in on the reading here. And she represents nurturing, abundance, creativity, and the longer, in terms of what long-term decisions will be important for you. I think the long-term decisions centered around this card are really that will be most important. I think involve nurturing your ideas or your projects, you know, and a career path in a way that allows them to really flourish, right? So this card suggests that focusing on growth, focusing on creativity, self-care as well will be key to your long-term success. And I think the Empress encourages you to embrace opportunities that really allow you to express creatively and to invest time and energy in projects that bring you joy and fulfillment. So, for example, you may decide to invest in a creative or nurturing project of some kind, so maybe launching a new business or taking a leadership role that allows you to mentor others. There could be another angle there. I think the long-term success will come from ultimately fostering growth, creating an environment around you where your ideas and your career can really thrive. Okay, so your environment's going to be super important, as we see here with the Empress. I think focusing on those long-term growth by nurturing your ideas, fostering a supportive environment, and creativity and care is going to help you to really cultivate that lasting success. Okay, now Eight of Wands. So how to stay aligned with your long-term vision, right? So we've mentioned a couple of times to have that vision is going to be super important, but how to stay aligned? Well, I think this represents swift movement, communication, progress ultimately. But to stay aligned with your long-term vision, I think you'll need to embrace momentum that's building in your career at this time and be open to rapid changes. I think it does also suggest that staying focused and organized, and proactive in your communication will help to sort of navigate the fast pace of opportunities that are going to come your way. So I think timing will be important also associated with this card, and the ability to act quickly and make those decisions on the fly is going to keep you on the right path as well. So kind of remaining dynamic, really. So you may find that opportunities come at a pace towards you, those new projects, collaborations, even a promotion. And so staying flexible, adaptable, while keeping your long-term goals in mind is really going to help you to make the right decisions and keep up with the fast moving energy. Okay, so two things there. Then have the North Star figured out, and then your ability to say yes and no to things as they come to you quite quickly, as this indicates, will be much easier, right? You'll know where you're going, so you'll know what is in alignment with that and what isn't, and you'll be able to make those rapid decisions. So embrace those rapid progress and stay focused on your goals, and I think be prepared to make those swift decisions and adapt to change as it comes, really. All right, let us now turn to advice for success, shall we? So let's get a bit of advice for success. All right, again, 3 cards. Let's see what we got. Okay, Knight of Swords, 6 of Pentacles, and Judgment. A lot of fast movement again coming through here on the back of the 8 of Wands that we just saw. Okay, let's look at that Knight of Swords first, and what action will lead to success. And I think this represents again that swift, decisive action, clear thinking. And so to achieve success, you will need to act quickly, decisively, as we explored already. And this is another confirmation for that, particularly when opportunities arise. And so this card advises that, maintain that sharp focus. Don't hesitate to move forward with your plans. It also encourages a clear communication throughout. Assert yourself confidently and really pursue your goals with determination. So, for example, you may need to make a fast decision regarding a job offer or a project, and the Knight of Swords is just advising you that you trust your instincts as well, and take that bold action rather than sort of overanalyzing and waiting too long. Okay, listening to that intuitive guidance is part of the process, part of this journey. The more you trust your intuition, the stronger it gets. So success really comes from those decisive actions, quick thinking, staying focused, and communicating clearly. That's going to enable you to act confidently. All right, next, 6 of Pentacles. What mindset is the most beneficial for your career growth? Well, this is all about generosity. It's about balance, giving and receiving help. And so I think the mindset of balance, of mutual support, is going to be crucial for your career growth. And this card is encouraging you to maintain fairness, generosity in your professional relationships at this time. And I think whether you're offering assistance or seeking help, success will come from creating that equitable environment where you sort of give as much as you receive. Okay, so you may be in a position to mentor someone, maybe offer some financial support of some kind, or share your resources with colleagues. Alternatively, this card suggests that you shouldn't hesitate to seek help yourself if you need it. Okay, so as a collaboration or reciprocity, win-win kind of situations, all of that's going to help you to succeed, and it's really a mindset to adopt. Okay, so yeah, balance giving and receiving, cultivate that generosity in your career, whether by helping others or accepting support when needed. Next, judgment. So what should you focus on for success? Well, this is awakening. It's a sort of a big realization. It represents self-evaluation, making important life decisions. And for success, I think focusing on gaining clarity about your career path. Again, this is kind of like the North Star. It's a wake-up call for you to really know where you're going, and to sort of reassess your long-term goals. Okay, and so this card is inviting you to reflect on your past actions, make decisions based on what aligns to your true purpose and the direction, the thing that you're going after. And it's a time for real self-reflection and therefore personal growth, and embracing those new directions based on your that calling, that inner calling, but also the long-term vision. So you may be at a crossroads at the moment in your career where you need to decide whether to stay in the current role or pursue a new direction. And I think judgment is advising you to focus on what feels most authentic to you. Using this period of reflection to make that decision that resonates with you, in that deeper purpose at this time. So focus on that self-reflection, make the decisions that align with your true purpose. It may be a call just to discover and do the work to really articulate what it is that your purpose is, or your vision is, or your mission is, whatever resonates with you there. I think articulating that is going to be what this card is sort of calling you to do at this time, in order to have the success that I feel is really coming to you at this time. All right. Okay, so the final Divine Feminine Oracle deck is going to wrap up your reading here today, and we're treating this as advice, as divine advice and support. Okay, so it is Lalita. She is the red goddess. Playfulness is a spiritual power. Laughter leads me back to the light. Okay, so see here really is the encouragement, an encouragement to embrace life with a sense of joy, with a sense of passion and celebration. And so it's really a reminder, that your career and life should not only be about hard work, okay, and responsibility, but also, about finding the pleasure and the excitement in what it is that you do. And I think her energy is inviting you to bring playfulness, and therefore, creative spontaneity into your professional life, making space for joy, enjoyment. Even if as you pursue those serious goals, we can still enjoy it. I think it's a tendency in modernity to sort of miss the point, really, and the point is in the present moment. This is reality right here, right now. So can we somehow figure a way to raise our vibration and to be into a joyous state, to enjoy the journey? Okay, because it's not just about reaching those goals and getting the goals and then that's it. It's everything in between, right? I know it sounds a bit like a cliche, but really this is the reminder and the message coming through for you today to hear. So the message is to approach your career with that light heart, sense of fun, find ways to bring creativity and playfulness and passion into your work. And this may mean, exploring creative projects, quite literally, or taking time to enjoy your own achievements, gratitude and just celebration, or simply just remembering to find joy in the process. Okay, as I said, rather than focusing solely on the outcome. So don't be afraid to express your true self, and really let your creativity flow freely here. So if you've been feeling overwhelmed by work or maybe too focused on productivity at this time, here Lalita is encouraging you to take a step back, reflect, okay, pause, and rediscover what brings you joy. We often forget that. Try and remember moments of joy and just being with that. And so this might involve, taking on, like I said, the creative side project. It could be celebrating your successes with friends, or infusing more of your personality and passion into your daily tasks. So I think the key considerations here is she's reminding you that balance hard work with joy and creativity, embrace the playful side of life, and allow your passions to guide you in both your career and your personal life. All right, so that concludes your reading now. and I hope that you found this useful and powerful. And if you have, I'd love you to go ahead and drop a heart into the comments. Let me know that you're claiming this reading. Thank you for trusting me, Maverick Mystic, and I hope this has been clear, not confusing. I hope that this has been powerful, and thank you so much for everybody's comments. I read them all as much as I can, both positive and negative. It's all welcome. It's all part of this process and this journey to be of service to you. And when it resonates, and when it doesn't, it doesn't. And all of that is all good and acceptable. And so I look forward to keep doing this and being of service to you. And thank you all. Until next time, take care.